Check, 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 check. check, 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 check. Yeah. What's going on? What's good? What's good? What's good? Let me add my family to the actual stage. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. I am DJ Strada. Welcome to the SPS podcast, man. We got a good show in for y'all this evening. First, we're going to introduce our panelist. Bino, what's good, brother? Already? What's up with it? CJ, what's good, Brody?
What up? What up?
Already, what's good with it? And from fresh out of the chat and in the back channels, we got Rita in the building. What's up, Rita?
That motherfucking Rita.
Sure, Rita's in the building. This gonna be a good pod. Y'all ready?
Might do adjustment on Rita's audio.
Yeah, give me a check, Rita. Check, check, check. She froze. She in the matrix on us. There she goes. She'll come back. We'll get to it. Well, we got a good one this evening. PTDD. This is a term that I made up, man. I was thinking about all the dating stories and the shit we talk about, man, and I think that it was fitting to coin a term for what I see going on in the date market, bro. Like, I think we in a place to where cats really got post-traumatic dating disorder, because that's what it stands for. I think that a lot of people are afraid to jump back in and try again. I don't know. I guess by the end of the night, we'll figure out whether it's for good cause or not. So when you hear that term, CJ, what do you think of? PTDD, post-traumatic dating disorder. What does that say to you?
To me, when I hear it, it's more like when people get in them relationships, shit go left. They get out the relationships. Then when they get to the next one, they compare this one to the last one, and that causes its own turmoil and trauma that you could have easily avoided. It ain't even as serious as what they made it out to be. They'll be their own cause and effect because of that. Like, oh man, my last relationship so and so did this. Nah, you look like you might do this, and boom.
I got a question for you, bro. Do you think your problems follow you from relationship to relationship?
I think they follow you from relationship to relationship if you allow them.
Tell me
If
more. What
you,
you mean?
so when I got out of my most serious relationship, which was with the mother of my child, I had already learned from my dad that when you got a serious relationship that you view as serious relationships, don't have it to the next one. So I instantly told myself to wait 2 years, and ultimately it ended up being 3 years before I even got
Hmm.
into another relationship. But by
Hmm.
the time I got into that relationship, nothing about that past relationship came into the next one. I had a whole different mindset. I didn't think about it. But
Gotcha.
I've been pretty much the love guru or the relationship guru of a lot of female friends since like middle school, and it's skyrocketed since we started this pod. So I've heard a lot of situations where she'll one of the females will tell me something about, oh, remember when I was dating so and so, we had this, that, and third, blah 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 blah. Now with so and so, he did this one thing, it kind of reminded me, and I'll cut him off like, look, see, you bring in old stuff
Oh
into
shit.
it,
And the new shit.
and now you causing your own problems.
Damn,
So
that's a bar.
I feel like the only way your past situations can affect your future ones in relationships is if you carry them. If you don't carry them and you just treat this person like a new video game and not treating it like another 2K, because all 2Ks are damn near the same.
Right.
But if you treating this like a whole new game, you won't even respond the same way.
That's fair. I like that. I like that. CJ always coming through in the clutch. You know what I'm saying? And carry over if you let it. Bino, PTDD, post traumatic dating disorder. What do you think when you hear that?
Y'all can hear me well, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
you good.
You good, brother?
Um, what I think, shit, post-traumatic dating disorder. Damn, you just asked me what I think about it. It's real. I think that it's
Okay.
real.
Do you think that the mistakes from a past relationship can carry over into another one?
Sure, it can. Yeah, hell yeah. That's. I think that's what Mike. I think that's part of the syndrome. I mean, the disorder.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and for context, I just made that shit up. I kind of
Facts, facts.
was, you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? But I
yeah,
was basing it off of PTSD. You know what I'm saying? People talk about how trauma follows them and affects them, and it's almost like you find yourself triggered. You know what I mean? Later after some trauma, you know what I'm saying? To where things that exes have done or past situations, it kind of leaves a remnants on you, so to speak. What you think about that?
I don't know. I know personally, I don't carry over it, but I new relationship is new problems. So shit, I don't give a damn if you don't if you carry over the old shit you had going on in the old relationship. You just stacking on to new problems that's going to happen either way because it's gonna be a problems in any fucking relationship. So if you carry over from your last relationship to your new relationship, you just stacking problems on problems. 'Cause me personally, I grow from I grow from past relationships, and if I go in a new relationship, a new problem exists comes about. So you know what I'm saying?
We lost Rita, but hopefully she get out of the chat and back on the panel. It's cool, Rita. Your mic
Okay.
can let you be great. You heard me. But to your point, I think that that's real, bro. All right, so I got a question for you. Has Can y'all think of a relationship y'all was in that based on how it went, it dictated how your standards changed? Meaning something bad or something good happened, and y'all was like, "Yo, I'm not going through this shit again."
My standards personally change just because I change.
Okay, I like that answer. CJ, what you got?
Um, man, I'm because every single one of them was totally different. It was a whole different color. Um,
Well, let's
I would
speak
have
to
to
that. Oh no, go ahead, answer that, and I gotta definitely gotta
go.
follow up.
Now I was about to say, like I learned from every experience, yes, but every relationship was a different color. So I would say I was staying the same, but at the same time I had to think differently because this is a whole nother person. I couldn't really compare little to nothing to this woman compared to the last one. I really couldn't. It was all too different.
So would you say that because your relationships were so the women were so different, can you say that it was like a knee jerk reaction from the last one?
No, like for example, like obviously my most serious relationship was the one with the mother of my child, and then
Mm-hmm.
I was in a relationship 3 years later after we broke up with another woman. I won't put
Mm-hmm.
her name out there. She said she don't want her name being up here, but when I was with her, the difference with her was one, she had 2 kids. They were young,
Mm-hmm.
um, and at that time she smoked, but literally stopped smoking cold turkey just to date me, and that was low key a plus to me at that time because I was like. I was not going to really date her because of the smoking. That was a non-negotiable to me. But she
Yeah,
shut it down cold turkey just to date me. Like she really went
that's
all
fire.
in to try to stop it. Nicotine pack, like the stickers and everything, just to stop. And to this day, she still don't smoke.
Oh
Like
shit.
I even though we ain't together no more, me damn near was the reason why she don't smoke now. But and we was cool. But
All right.
her personality, how she carried herself, her way how she thought, was nothing like the last woman. And then when it came to Sneak, literally a whole nother woman altogether. No kids. She was almost a female version of me, so to speak. She was all about fitness, military background, very blunt and honest, but she was more soft tone with it compared to me. I'm more like with it a lot of times. But
Mm-hmm.
she was able to adjust to every fucking thing. And without me ever asking or saying certain things, like certain men want certain things a certain way or want you to respond a certain way, want you to carry yourself a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
With her, I never did none of it. She just casually did it.
She got it. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I got a question for you. Let's really mix it up. Let's talk about the bad relationships. What was your worst impactful relationship? Because y'all tell me about, all right, when y'all got it together, niggas is growing. I get all that shit, but let's really have a conversation here today. You know what I mean? Like I said, we ain't got no fucking videos, so we gonna tap in today, man. And I'm gonna be a part of the conversation too. Like I said, our panel's a little slim. You hear me? So we gonna really talk today. But let's talk about that shitty one, the one that ended shitty, because none of them start that way. You feel me? So we ain't gonna call them shitty women. But let's talk about them shitty situations because this is what I think causes that trauma that I want to speak to.
Mm.
Who's starting this?
Man, let me know, girl, man. Mm.
Bino, you want me to go or you got this?
I ain't tripping. You
Mm,
said you said what was the worst? And you asked me what happened, or you just saying
Yeah, what
what you
happened?
asking
What
me?
happened? What's some of the trauma that carried over from your worst relationship, from you or from her?
My first relationship was with the kid, the mother of my first two sons, um, and that was pretty. It was me, bro. Like it was infidelity, and out of that, another child came.
Mm,
So that was pretty. That was pretty. That was real. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it didn't. It didn't affect me. It didn't affect me as much as it affect her. Of course, it affected me, but not as more as her. So as far as affecting me, it probably be relationships that weren't even that long. Like I know the last one I was in, that was pretty impactful for me because everything was pretty solid except for one fight,
Mm,
and it ended off that. So that impacted me on some shit like because that was the relationship that I was like a whole man in, like no
mm-hmm.
infidelity. I can provide. You feel what I'm saying? Like anything a man do in a relationship, we got an altercation or fight. So that affected me because it's like that. Even when you do right, you still lose at the end. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying?
That's a bar. What did you learn from those scenarios? Like what did the bad endings teach you about yourself, and has it affected the way you date?
What did it teach me about myself? Uh, well, the first one was like my first one, bro. We were young, bro. Like I was 18. You feel me? I had my first son at 19. Um, so I was just growing as a man anyway, from a boy to a man. Um, so that's what I learned out the first one is that I wasn't a man yet. I was an adult, but I wasn't a man yet. That's
Mm-hmm.
what I learned from the first one. Uh, from the last one, what it taught me is I don't know, bro, because I'm like real passive. So when I do get mad, it's
You
real.
on 10. You on tilt.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm too chill any other time until you feel me.
Shit get
And
real.
I'm really
Yeah.
expressive about what affects me. Like I'm real expressive, like to the people I date of what triggers me. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm, mm-hmm.
But the things that trigger me are naturally in women.
What you mean?
Uh, well, it's naturally in some women, not all of them. Like the aggressive tone, talking. Like don't yell at me if I'm talking to you. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? And that's because I had a yelling mother. Love her to death, not trying to downplay a great mother. I want one another mother, but she was very aggressive. So I don't like aggressive women
mm.
in a relationship.
I think that's fair. I ain't gonna dig too deep because I got a whole show to do. I'll go next, get CJ a chance to think. I'm gonna talk about two different relationships that was like I was wilding. Well, not really wilding, but I think those would be the two that kind of shifted the way I looked at the relationships. The first one was in college, and me and the girl moved in. I think that was the first woman that we ever shared a space together, right? But for context, now here's the wild shit. She used to be a wrestler when she was in high school. And so we would joke and shit about how like she was good. I ain't gonna lie, she had dope technique, like she was an actual fucking wrestler. I was like, that's some wild shit. Um, Real feminine though, you know what I'm saying? But I think that what fucked that up is almost to Bino's point. I think I had been so fucking wild prior to getting with her that we had met at two different points in our lives. So I was winding down and she was on a turn up shit, which I never stopped. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, yo, you can go do your thing. But at that point, I had started becoming a homebody. You know what I'm saying? But I could tell now both of these relationships, this is my flaw, and it always triggers women. I'm emotionally monotone as fuck. I don't really get too high. I don't really get too low. And I think that with the women I be with, it comes off like I'm emotionally unavailable. It's just that I'm stoic as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like it takes a lot for me to show much emotion about much of anything. Like I don't really be goofing off and wilding and shit, which I probably need to get better at. But I tell people all the time, I think that I'm a guy in a relationship. I think the women be loving me, but I don't think they like me too much because I be an asshole. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, we got into one altercation. I don't know what the fuck it was about, bro. It started off on some wild shit, and she would always like one of our like philosophical conversations we used to disagree on. She was like, um, she would just say shit like, if I were to leave, would you fight for me? And my answer would be like, hell the fuck no.
He done made a command and then got his phone going. I wouldn't fight for nobody. If you want to leave, go. That's crazy. I don't support that. I've had a woman say it before, but at the end of the day, you're not about to make me beg for you. You're not about to make me shut you down. If your decision that you made on your own was that you want to leave me, by all means, go. I won't stop that. While he get his stuff together, I would have to say, man, the, a situation that really put a nail in the coffin for me would been the woman I dated after the mother of my child. She was solid, but she was a little possessive, a little obsessed over me. To It started off like okay, kind of cute, but at a certain point, it got bigger and bigger and bigger to the point where, bro, I couldn't go nowhere unless I had her with me. I couldn't hang out with nobody unless she was there. At that time, my daughter was coming. She was going to be getting moved from California to Virginia. So I was video chatting in the morning. At some point, I was able to get her more. Like she was with her mom, so we was always fluctuating back and forth with the distance and stuff. But at some point, I had her. So whenever I didn't have her, I'm video chatting her. So if I'm video chatting her and old girl was at the house, I had to let it be known ahead of time that hey, I'm gonna video chat with my daughter. She's like, okay, tell us how. But there was this one time, and I remember we had like little arguments. It was always like an argument as if I was cheating or doing something wrong. I don't waste time with cheating. I'd rather just leave your ass and go something else. But she always felt like that. Like
Hmm.
so there was one situation. The first time it happened, I was video chatting my daughter. She knows she called me because she wanted to video chat. So I answered. I had on speakerphone, and she's like, "Hey," but she didn't say, "Hey, daddy." So she just said, "Hey." I was like, "Oh, hey, like, what you doing?" She's like, "I'm trying to video chat you," and I'm like, "All right, hold on." And then I hang up to like switch to video chat, and she's like, "What the fuck is that?" I'm like, "Whoa, wow, like that's my daughter. Hey, I'll blink on you over my daughter. Relax." Like, but but then she like calm down, apologize, and let it go. I give it a few months later, and in between a few months, I have to say there was a time we went to the movies. Went to go see, forgot what it was, but we went to the movies. It was a horror movie, and there was somebody I ran into that worked on base. I dealt with soldiers. She was a female. Not gonna lie, she's up there as far as looks. And just say hey to me like, oh hey, Mr. Basil. I was like, hey, what's up? Like, oh you about to go see the movie? Like, yeah, duh, bitch, I'm here. Like, so I'm just joking. That's literally what I said to her. I was like, duh, bitch, I'm here. Like, I'm about to go see the movie. And they're like, oh, like this is my girl, so and so, and it's like, oh, hey. She says hey, but then as soon as we walking in as they're leaving, she's like, what the fuck is that? Like, why she all on you? Why she? I'm like, this girl was like 10 feet away from us, saying hey as we're walking and going. Like, relax, calm down. Okay, I'll blink on her. Like, no, calm down, relax.
Yeah.
Fast forward, second situation, second time where I pretty much was like done with this is when my daughter called me again. Now this time I was in the process of having her stay with me for a little while. She's gonna be with me for a while. So she's calling me, asking me like, hey, can you get this? Can you get that? I'm just like, oh yeah, I got you, I got you. I'm just having a conversation with her while we're getting groceries out the car. Just
Hmm.
talking. And then she's coming around the corner, like, oh, she's coming out the house, and she's like, who is that? Who is that? I hear a female voice. And before I can even say my daughter, she's like, I had switched to like before I can say my daughter, she's like, who is that bitch? Dead. Bro, I
Mm.
said, me, I'm gonna call you back. And he's like, oh, that was your daughter? No, I said, no, fuck that. You call my daughter a bitch. We're done. Like, this is
Yeah.
dead. Like, this is dead.
Yeah.
And she was all in her feelings, bro. And I'm not even gonna lie to you. After I deaded that day, took all her stuff out. She moved out, bro. For the next like 3 months, she was popping them at the house, blowing my phone up. I mean, the window ain't cracked now, but I had a cracked window from when she threw a rock at it, trying to get my attention at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Hmm.
It was a lot. It was, it was. She was very obsessive and she was all over it. But one thing, if I had to say what I learned from that was I knew from the beginning that her obsession was going to eventually lead to an issue if she couldn't control it. But I gave her the
Mm.
benefit of the doubt because when she wasn't letting the obsessiveness trigger, she was great.
Yeah.
She was fucking like Dragon Tales, Barney's and Friends type of person, just all bubbly and
It
calm. But
was
when that
so you saying it was the possessiveness that was
it
a
would go
trauma
one
to
way,
you. It
bro.
was a trigger
Yeah,
for you.
bro. Yeah,
I
bro.
ain't
And
gonna
it was
lie.
like
Go
it was
ahead.
over the top when it went on.
I will say that to finish my story with the first ex, I guess that was look at God. I ain't supposed to tell you about the second one, so I'm gonna finish the first one. Um, her whole thing was like I said, I was emotionally monotone, even during arguments, and my logic behind that was when I get mad, my tongue is cold as a bitch. I get very truthful and I'm very short, right? But it would kind of trigger her, I think, that I wouldn't show emotion. So in her mind, she didn't think that I gave a fuck, even in arguments. Now, granted, I'm a pretty chill guy. Like I said, I know I'll be animated doing my lives and shit up here. Like, we laugh, we joke, but I'm a very monotone dude. Like I'm real calm and chill. So we was into it about something. I don't know what the fuck it was about at this point. But she kept like it was a heated argument though, and she was like, yo, hit me. You ain't gonna do shit. And now this is where it get a little weird because I can tell that what she was asking for not was for me to physically put my hands on her. I think she was just trying to evoke an emotion. And I think that because I had been monotone for so fucking long, in her mind, boy, you don't even care enough to argue. Like you ain't even mad about this, and I'm bringing you some serious shit. And she got a little physical, and my whole shit was, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna try to leave, and she kept trying to block me. You know what I'm saying? And she did something, bro. I don't know what the fuck she did, but I think either she tried to wrestle with me or something, and she kind of was, you know what I'm saying? She was questioning my manhood because my whole thing with most women, I kind of walk them through like my past life when I was wilding out in the streets doing a bunch of dumb shit. And I think that for most women, by the time I'm in a relationship, I've calmed down. So a lot of the shit that I was, they never saw it. So to them, it was all legend. No matter how many of the homies come over to confirm stories, it don't matter. Most women just want to know that you like that. And I understand that part. But to the point, we in the middle of the argument, she get physical. And that was the closest I've ever gotten to hit the woman in my life. I never struck her, but what I did was just keeping it real with y'all. I put my fucking fist through the wall by her head. Now I didn't hit her. Be very clear. And she won't, you know what I'm saying? Like if she was up here, she'd be like, nah, he right. I didn't hit her. But I definitely put my fist through the fucking wall. And I kind of got beside myself, but I realized two things. The two traumatic triggers for me was I don't like women hovering over me and following me, and I don't like being challenged. And I think that in relationships, the why that shit triggers me so much because in my mind, I'm like, if you was a dude, we wouldn't be here because you be in the floor already.
Fact.
You see what I'm saying?
That's my thing. That'd be my thing too. Go ahead, but that's exactly my thing
You know what I
too.
mean? And that shit really fucks with me even in my current relationship. I'm not saying that my old lady is like that. And I ain't gonna lie, even my ex, like the one I'm talking about, she cool as a bitch now, you know what I'm saying? But even she admit, like, yo, she was a little young. But I learned then that I don't like to be challenged and when we in the middle of something physical with women, and I don't really care for someone trying to trigger me emotionally when they know who I am. You know what I'm saying? And that shit, I didn't realize it was that until that shit happened. Because in my mind, I'm like, yo, I can completely control my shit. So when she got me out my body, like, I was still in control, but I knew in that moment I gotta show her something to back her up off me. You feel me? Like, not that I thought that it was gonna go nothing worse than that, but I think that up until then I was just a legend. The shit that I told her, it could possibly be true, but she never saw any of it. You know what I'm saying? No matter how many of the homies from the past I brought through, to them, I think the most women, they want to see it for themselves. It's like a hunger, a curiosity to see whether you
Nah,
like that.
women base if you a wild boy or if you toughen out or whatever you want to call it, quote unquote gangster thug based on image.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because I know me personally, I don't have problems with the streets or men or dudes in the streets because we don't even if they judge our first image, all it takes is one action.
Yep.
But with women, you see a brown skinned boy, I don't got fucking crazy ass dreads, I don't got tats all over my body and my face and shit. So you think this shit a game. And I really eat niggas like that for breakfast in real life.
Yeah.
But go ahead though. But yeah, you
Yeah.
feel what I'm
And
saying?
I think that was the disconnect for her is that she met me when I was calming the fuck down. So when she was trying to trigger that emotion that she thought she wanted. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all know it always makes for good makeup sex. But I knew then I'm like, I can't be with you because you get me out my body. You know what I'm saying? I can't be with no woman that can get me out my body, out of my frame. And I did it to prove a point, and I went right back to talking calmly to her. And I think that scared the shit out of her even more. Is that after I punched the wall, like I punched through the wall, I went back to talking to her, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I promise this ain't what you want in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might, I think this is done with. And of course, it was the whole me trying to walk away, her trying to stop me from walking away. And by that point, I was kind of like, I'm good, bro, because I know in the back of my mind, no matter how heated the conversation get, I'm a black man. So if it get too loud, neighbors get to hearing it, like, niggas ain't coming in and asking no questions. You feel
You
me?
don't actually be the problem.
I'm the problem. So I knew then I was like, this is going to end. But like I said, we grew past that, and I think that she did. I ain't gonna lie, she taught me a lesson I'm still trying to learn. Is that in relationships, I probably need to be a lot more affectionate, so that a woman logic doesn't take over and think that, hey, I got to trigger this nigga enough to get some type of emotional rouse out of him.
Oh
And
yeah.
so, I'll own that because, if I wasn't so difficult or so monotone, it probably would have never got there. I'm pretty sure that shit was a built up of her just trying to press different buttons to see which one would set me. And she hit the right one that day. But like I said, we cool as a bitch because I realized that, even in her arguing, she had a lot of truth in it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was emotionally unavailable, not because I didn't want to be. It's just that I'm a monotone nigga, and I've never been a nigga in a relationship to where I do a lot of apologizing. I said what the fuck I said. So because of that, I'm very careful with my words. Even when we arguing, I kind of hold my tongue a lot. And I think that when women know you doing that shit, it's almost like, nah, bro, give me the truth. It's like, yeah, you think you want it, but my
Well,
truth is so cold and calculated. Like I'll hurt your self esteem for the rest of your fucking life. And so, I dialed back a little bit. And so, that happened. And, needless to say, it was the end of that relationship. It was over kind of from there. But that shit did scar me because I didn't know that I even had it in me to react that way. You know what I'm saying? Like I had never put my hands on a woman. I never even came close to her, but she really triggered the fuck out of me, bro. Because I was like, dog, like I gotta get her the fuck up off me, eh? And there ain't gonna be too many more. You know what I'm saying? Challenging my authority slash manhood. We don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, cause you
Right.
ain't a nigga. And I think that that's the part that fucked with me is that I couldn't really. That was the best way I could think to show her that you got the right and the wrong one at the same time. I really am one of those. You just ain't a dude. So,
boy.
what y'all think?
No, you did the right thing punching the hole in the wall. If you literally said nothing, did nothing, you know what would have happened? She would eventually swung. She would have swung. And she's not aiming for the wall. She's gonna purposely hit you to get some type of reaction. And even if you didn't hit her, you could have flinched and pretended to hit her. And if she had so much as failed trying to dodge what she thought was gonna be a fist, you still could have went to jail for it.
That's a fact.
In
And
North
I
Carolina,
think,
My thing
attempt.
is women.
go ahead. Y'all good.
Now I was about to say, I think is women today they think that shit cool, and this not a shot to women, but you gotta understand if you gonna be that, don't call the fucking police. Don't cry wolf and don't play victim when shit get ugly that you asked for. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying? I done fucked up. I done punched holes and broke TVs and punched a whole doors down. But I was but not saying I was right in doing that because what I learned though is that as men we get tested, we get battle tested, but we only as good as we are when we pass those tests. So I failed those tests, but emotionally being driven to do that and then call the police on me is crazy. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's like, yo, I tell you to chill like 100 times. You
Mm-hmm.
feel what I'm saying? Like you keep trying to play with me, like you feel what I'm saying? Like and women think it's cool. Like we the new nigga. Or I beat niggas. All right, put your hands on the man. Now you did great by not rocking the back, but I don't blame no man for rocking no woman back. You put your hands on them because at the end of the day, a human is a human. Nobody don't want to get their hands put on by nobody, woman, man, animal, or nothing. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's
That's
just a message to the women. If you're gonna live that life, just like we talk to the niggas, we talk to these young boys that act gangster. You do the crime, do the time. Don't be no bitch when it's time to stand up. And I say the same thing for women. If you gonna play like a nigga, be a nigga at all times like we gotta be. Goddamn, and don't cry wolf.
Brittany. What's going on? How
Nothing
you?
much. Y'all know I'm always in traffic.
You good? You good? We appreciate you joining us. What's up
Yeah,
with it?
I was gonna co-sign what Bino said. I tell my daughter, she is 9 years old. I say, look, don't be run up and hit no little boy or whatever. Because if he haul back and hit you back, damn it, you deserved it. Because you shouldn't have had you put your hands on him in the first place. So I definitely agree with that.
That's a fact. Now, what do you think about post-traumatic dating disorder? Do you think it's a real thing? I know I just coined the term, but do you think that's some real shit? The way your past trauma and relationships affect how you date?
Yeah, I mean, 'cause that's what most people do in anything they do. They use the past to determine how they want their future to be. So that's what you're gonna go off on, what you dealt with, what you handled, what didn't go right, what did go right, to determine, your next move. And based off what I see in this, I don't want to say generation, this era, whatever you want to call it, is sad when it comes to the dating pool.
That's real. You
The
got
men
any
out here
personal
dating.
stories you wanna tell us about in terms of some shit that traumatized you that kind of shifted the way you dated in the future?
I mean, I guess it ain't really as personal. Just again, I'm just really trying to get back out there, and a lot of these guys, like, truly, they want nothing but sex. They don't want like real relationship. What maybe the average is looking for. All they want is pussy. And that ain't for me.
I feel you. Now, I got a question for you as a woman. This is a real question.
Uh-huh.
Do you think that when guys approach you and let's say they're sexually attracted to you, do you think because they're sexually attracted to you that it couldn't be nothing more after the sex? Is that what you think make women pause?
I mean, because why they got to be first? 'Cause you
Okay.
said after the sex, so that means we got to have sex and then hope there's something after.
Okay. So you
Isn't that
saying
what you're
that oh no, I'm saying that like let's say a man meets you and like y'all talking and he kind of goes straight to being sexually attracted to you. He lets you know he's sexually attracted to you. That turns you off as a woman?
Yeah, because I'm like, damn, like, can we at least get to know each other first? Like, before we, like, damn, like, I already noticed why the hell you came up to me. Like, you didn't come just because, you know what I'm saying, I had on a blue dress or whatever. You
Right.
came up because you saw something you like. So I already know that. You know
Mm-hmm.
what
It's
I'm
it
saying? So,
like he saw the blue dress. You want to know what's underneath the goddamn blue dress.
right, that's what I'm saying. But then you got to go straight to it. Like, dang, you look, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, you can tell me, give me a compliment, but I shouldn't be like, what we doing tonight? You know what I'm saying? You coming to my place?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Like, no.
Fellas, listen, straight from a lady's mouth. They don't like that shit. Don't press the gas too fast. You heard me. I like
Mhm.
that. I like that.
Now she lead with that, and then you like, well, shit, hey, and then follow her lead. But that ain't
Yeah,
mine.
yeah, me too. Poster real quick.
No,
Fuck,
it ain't. No, what I'm saying is what I'm saying is there's someone out there that may just want sex. They may just want a one night stand. They may just want that. I'm just saying I'm not. So if you come off at me, I'm like, oh, bro, you already barking with the wrong
Done
tree.
fucked it
But
up.
right, yeah. But if you kind of dropping hints like, dang, I'm trying to get out here. She like, yeah, me too. We're going to your place of mine. Then there's your green light.
shit. Hell no, not
That's a
me.
bar.
And then you got a hallway full of hot dogs. Ain't no way.
Yo, let's holler. Shout out to Corey. What's up, Corey? If you go on the YouTube, I actually posted the podcast also on.
It
I gotta
come
find a
down.
way to get those links up here. Let me see if I can share it.
I put my link on mine. I don't
Yeah,
know.
so Corey, I know that StreamYard link looks a little long, but if you watch it from Facebook, if you could type in that DRATMG3XP StreamYard, it'll definitely take you straight to us. But also, Corey, if you log out of Facebook and if you go straight to YouTube, I've pinned it in the live comments. It's the first comment. You click on that link, it'll bring you right on the panel. We love to have you, bro. So now, this is a thing, right? So with trauma, right? So do y'all think that most relationships that ended in y'all lives, do you think it was based on a trauma or a trigger from your past? Or do you think certain shit just fizzles and ends?
Oh, my past? Do I think it ended the relationship?
Yeah, was it a trigger? Was it something traumatic that triggered the breakup? Or was it y'all just didn't work at the end of the day?
I would just say it didn't work at the end of the day.
I was about to
Mm.
say. I would say with old girl with the two kids, she had the trust issues from past shit, and that got her into what. And as a result, we ended. Um,
Mm.
But
but
it's
it's,
more so her end, not yours.
I've never had a breakup where my past trauma or whatever resulted in the relationship. Now I had a relationship in high school, 11th grade. I know I brought this up like a long time ago, where because I was hustling the way I was back then, and I was doing shit I was doing back at hometown, and the girl I was with was like literally like our top tier chick at Bertie at the time, as far as like schools and grades and stuff. It's like she was the it girl when it came to grades, like principalist type shit. She wanted a nigga like me, and at first I was like bet, but at the same time, while we was dating, I'm thinking to myself, you plan on going to college, guaranteed. My mindset was not college. I was over here like, I already plan on even doing the military, or I'm about to be hustling even harder than what I'm doing right now once I get out of high school. And I ended things with her because I knew our paths were not going to go together. There was no way.
Right.
There was no
This
way.
nigga Bino is wildin', my bad.
Y'all see where
That
I'm
shit
at,
I was
right?
fucked me up. This
like,
nigga,
why are we looking at
it's like, nigga, is that cattle? Like, is this a trauma trigger or something?
They
Nigga,
free, bro. They not. These that bitch just
nigga,
walk across the road with everything. Go ahead. I'm sorry, y'all. I just had to show y'all that shit though.
That's
that's
funny
great.
as hell, bro. All right,
But
so Saudia, what's good? No, my bad, CJ. Finish up, bro. Continue.
we're just saying, like, that's I can't say I had like any trauma in my past that made that be the result of ending the relationship. I just had my lifestyle at that point in time when I was dating that one girl made me in the relationship because I knew our lives were not going to collide or like work. And here we are years later. I'm good, successful, and solid. And last time I heard anything about her, she went to college. Now she's a teacher and she's doing good for herself. But I feel like nah, that shit would not have worked if we were still together.
That's real. Damn, that's real. Hold on, before we get to Saudia. Hey, Corey. So this is the thing. I am on StreamYard on my phone, so I can't scroll through right now and send the link actually through my Facebook account.
Where he's coming on? He's coming on your Facebook.
I don't know whether he's on my
I'm
Facebook or
taking this one right here.
Bino's, but
Let me
if one
find.
of y'all can actually
Lofa? Yeah.
find them and send them the link, I appreciate that. Either in
Hold
the
on.
back chat or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got the link in our group. Well, we got you, Corey. We're gonna get you up there. Saudia, what's going on though?
Hey y'all.
How you doing?
I'm
What you
good.
what you think
So
about post traumatic dating disorder? It's some shit
I
I
feel
came
like
up with. But what you think?
it's 100% accurate. Like that shit is real. I'm dealing with it in real time.
What's some of the trauma you went through in dating that affects how you date now?
Um, just dealing with a narcissist. So like you don't got too many chances with me. Like the first red flag, it's probably a done deal.
So what do you think of some of the things of a narcissist? Corey, check the link.
Love bombing. Um, like just like not being able to take accountability, manipulative, um, like the psych games that they play.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Huh. So was that all in one person, or you just seen that over the course of while you've
Oh
been
no, that was
dating?
all in one person.
Oh damn.
Damn.
I've never seen that in my life. Like I've
Hmm?
never encountered the stuff that I encountered in my life
All
when
right.
it came to that man.
So I got a question. What if you find a man that is a similar archetype that don't have them things? Would that make you like kind of hesitant to deal with them?
Um, like what do you mean? Archetype? Like
So
the same characteristics
yeah, like
or
let's say
the
you met a
same?
man. Let's say when you met the first man that was a narcissist, he said certain things. He had like things he would say just casually talking, and you went on a date with a new dude and he said the same things. Would you get a other dude a chance?
I don't think so because this just like happened with the conversation that y'all dragged me about in the back chat.
What you talking about?
Um,
We don't know what you're talking about. It won't. It didn't go live. It didn't happen. Say
Yeah,
what?
didn't go
Um,
happen.
but anyway, so it just like those red flags to me. It was just like, all right, I've seen it before or I experienced it before. I can't really do it because I know where it's capable to go to, and I don't got the time in my life at this moment.
Okay. Well, I got a question for all of y'all. Anybody can answer. Do you think that that trauma that you have, do y'all think that that can actually
There we
hinder
go.
you from the love of your life? Like, let's say you saw some traumatic shit in one person. Do you think that if you took that as a trigger, it would mess you up in the future? Like, do you think that the person that's meant for you can have some of the same qualities as the traumatic person in your life? You think that's some real shit? You think that can happen?
I think it can
Yeah.
happen. Best believe I don't want them. Best believe I
Nah,
don't.
that's funny. See,
He,
Smalls, what's going on, brother?
he got a mic.
We can't hear you, bro. You on mute, brother.
They're talking to you.
He might put a. He got an earpod in or something.
All right, we just seen it pop up. Corey, come off mute. Say something else.
Yo, what's up? What's up,
What's
y'all?
good,
Y'all
brother?
on
How
here, right?
you?
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
That's what it is.
I'm
Let's
like in the
talk about it,
audience and
Corey.
everything.
Yeah,
So
what's good with it?
Got my girl Lisa in the building,
Yeah.
too, so we
What's
just
up,
out here just
Lisa? How
vibing,
you?
chilling
What's
like,
good?
yeah, we vibing, man.
All right, let's talk about it, man. Post traumatic dating disorder. You think it's a real thing?
Definitely is.
In what way?
Um, in the way of after you break up with someone, sometimes that trauma can mess up a new relationship coming on. You know, because you're more hesitant to really come out that shell with somebody again because of the trauma you went through. You know, in a previous relationship.
That makes sense. What are some of y'all traumatic triggers or things y'all went through in a relationship that it was like, yo, this shit is gonna affect the way I look at the dating again, period? Can y'all think of scenarios in particular where you was like, yo, this shit gonna be a problem. I can't deal with this no more.
That's a great question, bro. I'm trying to think of something, but that's a great question, bro. I like the way you presented that, to be honest. I
Yeah.
can't think of, me personally, I couldn't think of anything because all my relationships been great. But remember, I can count my relationships on one hand.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
I'm not the
Okay.
type that just go and be in relationships like that. If people know me, and people on the internet know me, you know what I'm saying? And they act like they don't know me, but you know, and it affected me and Lisa's relationship at one point. You know what I'm saying? I got so involved because I wasn't used to being in a relationship. And Lisa was like, "What? You acting all funny? You doing this, that, and the third?" But it's because I haven't experienced this, you know what I'm saying, this feeling in so long. And so when I'm in it, I'm in it, and it lasts pretty
Okay.
long. I ain't even being funny with you. It do last good. It's you know it's fun. You know what I'm saying? I make it fun. We work it out. We do our thing. But it's some things that I think y'all brothers can vouch to. Women do that. It kind of like indirectly make you feel like I don't really know. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like everything could be going good,
Mm-hmm.
but some things, you just
Talk about them. Talk about them. We here. We here
I
now.
don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too personal
Let's get to the
on it.
shits.
No, I don't want to get too personal on the
I
internet. You know, what
respect
I'm saying
it.
that's for my OnlyFans.
You
Yeah,
wild. You
fuck
a
y'all
wild boy.
niggas,
This
man.
is
Okay,
this is a
yeah, fuck
wild
it.
one.
No, I'm just
No facts. All right. Well, I got another question for you, Corey. Now you said that you weren't in a lot of relationships. Do you think that has to do with the trauma and how you dealing with women? Do you think that affected why you don't have a lot of serious relationships
I
under your
wouldn't
belt?
I wouldn't say that, man, because really, to be honest, I'm open game. I'm open ended. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
a lot of things that I go through in life, I just feel like I really don't need to be, I guess, in a situation where I have to be settled down or, what I'm saying,
Okay.
I'm not, when you think in relationships and you think in marriage too, financial stability is one of the number one tiers of qualifications, what I'm saying, or whatever. So if I'm just going to be just, getting serious with a woman, oh yes, then you got to think about those things. But in my mind, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck how. Not trying to sound insensitive,
You
but
good?
I'm doing my thing. And if I
Right.
really like the woman like that, yes, I will gravitate towards her. But just what I see on the internet, niggas spending money, just me spending money, going on stupid ass day. Oh hell no, the fuck! I'm from Berkeley, nigga. I ain't spending no bread on shit, nigga. And like what Brittany was saying, yes, when you go to the car lot, yes, you're gonna test drive the car before you actually purchase it. Yes, yes, yes. So let's just go and get that fucking on out the way. Cause then who am I leading on? We got the hard part out of the way. Now I could be real with you. You could be real with me. What the fuck?
So
C Smalls in the building.
how soon? Okay, how soon do you expect to fuck after you meet this person that you
I
like?
mean, damn right. Look, I'm not a horn dog, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a, you know what I'm saying? But, I want to chill with you a couple times, you know what I'm saying? Like, really, I would like the woman to make the first move when it comes to fucking. But I ain't going to be spending a lot of
That's a
money
ball.
until that happens.
How many dates you going on?
How many dates?
Mm.
Look, Lisa just asked me. She said, how many dates I'm going on?
How many dates you took?
3. Those solid dates.
So you said by 3, we gotta be figuring something out.
3, there ain't no figuring it out. You don't need no more. First of all, I'm giving you attention. I'm showing you attention. I'm letting you know that, hey, I'm exclusive. We done been on these dates, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? By the 4th time, nigga, we about to be doing some fucking. If not on the 2nd or
I was
3rd
about to
date, I
say
ain't being funny.
on the third day, I'm already halfway out now. After that third date, like I'm with Corey, like I'm with Smalls. I'm like, listen, now on that third date, on
Yeah.
the third
Well, all
date,
right now,
you
damn it.
gonna be
It
I'm gonna be looking at
ain't.
you.
Some gotta
All right,
stay.
Well, we off this
all
weather
right,
shit now, damn it. It ain't but so much
yeah,
going on in the world, damn it. Now,
yeah,
I like the Kendrick just like the next man, but what the fuck is we doing in here for real? You heard me.
facts.
All right, we're going to get to the stats part of the show, man. I'm going to put up the stats. Y'all can read them on the screen, and then we'll get y'all to pick a stat that speaks to y'all, and y'all kind of talk about what you think about it. So we're going to read these for the audience. Dating by the numbers a day. Nearly half, or 47% of all Americans, say dating is harder today than it was 10 years ago. 67% of those who are single and looking say their dating life is not going too well or not well at all. 65% of Americans say the increased focus on sexual assault has made it harder for men to know how to interact with someone when they're on a date. Distance, debt, and voting for Donald Trump are the top reasons singles wouldn't consider a partner. And that's at 51%, 49%, and 47%. And 50% of singles are not looking for a partner because they have more important priorities, their life being single is better, or they're too busy. I'm going to leave this up for a second, let y'all read that kind of, let that manifest, and then we're going to bring it down. Let me know when y'all ready.
That's
Find a
real
stat that speaks to y'all, you know what I'm saying? And then let me know. Y'all give me a thumbs up. I can kind of see y'all on the back channel. Let me know y'all got one you want to talk about. This is really heavy. Y'all ready? All right, let's get to it. So, which statistic spoke to y'all the most? And I can bring them back up if y'all need time to think about it. But which one spoke to y'all the most?
And for me, it's the one that
I got two. I
50%
can't see.
of the students are not looking for a partner.
No, I'm talking. Oh,
I like being single, to be honest with you. My little yeah, my little brother. But for the
right.
most part, man, I like being single. Like for me, at this point, this is kind of like I say,
How do you do it?
three, you really got to be stuck in my life fluid or want to be want to bother you and be around me a lot. For real. Because unless you doing something that like impacts you mentally outside of sex, you can go home, lady. Like I don't need you outside that. Like and I'm very I'm not the type to be like just hopping from one hole to another. I'm very like once I like have like one or two specific ones I wanna have like that's what I'm with. I don't try to really get on and like create a roster. No. I need like two, three that I know they damn near willing to do every damn thing, and I'm pretty much good. So yeah, I'm falling underneath that like being single for real, because outside of sex, like most of these women ain't really they ain't feeding me mentally for real. around my age, slightly younger, slightly older. They not, but
That's a bar, CJ. It's
they
the
not.
not being fed mentally.
So y'all think that being single, like people like being single, is the reason why they not dating?
I would
They
say,
enjoy being single.
yeah. Like I was telling you in the beginning, how I've been like low key, like I become like a damn real love guru out here, especially this podcast stuff. A girl I just recently was talking to yesterday, and our conversation was technically continued today because I haven't replied to her because she's potted now. But she she's trying to get. She sent me a whole conversation she had with a dude that she kind of cut him off, but she wanted me to break down to her was she in the wrong or whatever. And ultimately, it was really like you could tell from the beginning you didn't have no interest in this guy, but you let it ride for like 2 3 days before you finally told him. And then she says, "Well, I kind of like being single." That's one of her statements that she made after
Hmm.
she done this whole breakdown. Her exact words was, "Well, Chris, I kind of like being single. I
Damn.
prefer like the auntie of the year every year." And I'm just like, if that's what you want to be, cool. If
Mm-hmm.
you really like that. Now, as far as like, and what kills me is this whole entire that whole thing really says her because the more important thing, she's literally about to become a full RN. So obviously she's too busy because of that. She's literally about to finish school, like literally about to finish, about to graduate and everything. She's been busy with school, pushing for that RN, and her literally saying that she likes being single. She showed displays it on every social media app that you could think of. Name it, she's all over it every freaking day posting something of her enjoying single
So
life.
I got a question for you, bro. Do you enjoy being single because you're still trying to learn yourself, or do you enjoy being single because you're not ready for, let's say, the trauma that tie back to the show that comes from dating?
If I gotta pick between the options, it is 110% option number two. Because
Okay.
no matter what, there's some level of trauma or something you gotta deal with. I didn't really have to go with that with Sneak. She kind of just had, but she's a diamond, a fucking meteorite, bro. So and we see how that went in Germany. But how you find something like that again? It's nut. So
Mm.
it's just like you got to find somebody whose mindset ain't built from that isn't influenced by social media's concepts and today's society's way of thinking. So and now it's me finding that slim to none because I'm not looking, I'm not searching. Remember, I met her in a gym,
Mm.
so I wasn't definitely looking for. I was doing sets. All right, so
Mm.
you nah, bro. I'm definitely gonna
Okay.
pick out. I don't want to deal with the drama that most people are gonna bring or the BS they're gonna bring, which is gonna happen. I don't want to deal with that.
Okay. What about the rest of y'all? Any other statistics outside of the 50% that just want to be single that jumped out to y'all? I can bring it back up real quick. So again, nearly half of Americans say dating is harder today than it was 10 years ago. 67% of those who are single and looking say their dating life is not going too well or not well at all. 65% of Americans say the increased focus on sexual assault has made it harder for men to interact with women today when they're on a date. Distance, debt, and voting for Donald Trump are the top reasons singles wouldn't consider a partner. And
Right.
50% of singles are not looking for a partner because they have more important priorities. They like being single or they're too busy. Which one do y'all want to speak to?
60%.
Um,
All right, give me more.
They don't go well because as I continue to get older and grow, I continue to become more complicated. And motherfuckers is simple minded. Simple. Always simple
Mm,
minded to me. I'm not even trying to be funny. Like it's a lot of simple minded ass women out here. And it was cool with me when I was simple minded. You feel what I'm saying? But I
mm-hmm,
realized the same shit that attracted me back then don't attract me no more because I have
Mm,
became more complicated mentally. You feel what I'm saying? I became more of a complicated person because a lot of people are simple. I'm not
mm,
complicated, but I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think different, I evaluate different, I process different. I don't deal with fucking trauma or child trauma no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people still dealing with shit, still fighting their demons. You feel what I'm saying? And I have accepted who I
that's a
am. I have
bar.
accepted demons that's gonna die with me. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm,
So like for me is it don't work out because the females that I have came women that I have came across, you know what I'm saying? Like they just don't they don't stimulate my mind, bro. Like simple. It's that.
mm.
And these days, if my
That's
mind ain't stimulated, my dick ain't gonna get hard. Excuse my language. My
mm,
man ain't gonna eat eyes, bro. These days,
yo,
bro.
on God, bro.
I can agree to that.
That's a bar, bro. I don't
So,
think women know that shit. That like as dudes get older and they have more of a like a option in terms of like once they become elevated in the mind, it be sometimes hard to make your soldier work if you dealing with a woman that says or does some shit that make you completely like shut down. You know what I'm saying? So that is a real thing, and it might be dealt to trauma or just how you look at shit. Let's see. I saw that Sadia came off the mic. What you guys say?
Oh no, I said I think that's the same for females too. Like if you're not stimulated mentally, it's like for me, it's really not nothing that we can go on because I don't know. Like Bino was saying, like being mentally stimulated, like that opens the doors for everything
Okay,
for me.
I feel you. Corey, what you got? Did you see the stats, brother?
got to unmute.
You on mute. You on mute, brother. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, yeah, I saw the stats. Matter of fact, Lisa, my friend Lisa, she went in the she took a dog in there, but she had something to say. She wanted a response to what my man Bino said, and she came off as what we are used to hearing. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? She ain't there now, but you know what I'm saying, she about to come back out and she got something to say about it. I mean, it made logical sense, especially
Uh
on a
huh.
woman's standpoint. You know, so
Right.
whoa, okay, I understand that, but you know, but I'm just waiting on her. I don't really got too much to say. I'm just enjoying the
Okay.
vibe of it.
Absolutely. I
But when
love
she
it.
come back out though, I'm gonna put it up there.
Absolutely. Sneak said nicely worded, Bino. I think that's real. I think
So,
that
wait,
far too often, like we be in situations to where you like, this ain't what I thought was gonna be. I'm not good like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I think that's maturity for you to be able to decide, like, yo, like this ain't it. She back?
Yeah, she back. Here she go. Yeah, what was the conversation? It was.
Oh yeah. We were speaking of what Bino had just said about how, what I'm saying, his man won't even work if it ain't there, like almost on some sapiosexual thing, you know what I'm saying? Like it has to be mentally stimulating for him.
I'm definitely a sapiosexual. I'm definitely
same
that.
here.
Definitely.
Or I'm not that. What did I call? I got called a demisexual or some shit like that.
Mm?
Yeah, you want to look it up.
Oh
That's
yeah, I
what
think I recall. I can't hear.
demisexual. I didn't look it up.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say something about what he said, and then when women try to come in and we try to say, "Hey, it's a better way of doing things," and trying to give constructive criticism to y'all, sometimes your ego gets in the way, and it's like, "Oh, I don't want a woman telling me what to do." So sometimes men can be stubborn and get in their own way when women are here to elevate and upgrade, whoever we're with, and sometimes we're unable to do that because y'all won't let us. Y'all don't want to listen.
See,
Question
that's
for
I got
you.
a
Go
problem with
ahead,
that. I
Bino.
got a problem with women thinking they are here to elevate men. Men and women are here to elevate each other. It's no one more powerful than the other when it comes to stuff like that.
I
And
agree,
today,
but you
women
just
have
said
gotten a bag so much. Women got in their bag so much these days. They think they cause come y'all can't save for men. Y'all gonna waste your time. I'm telling you, y'all wasting your time trying to do that. It's not even about ego. It's just don't. It's not. It's science. It don't work like that.
but you just said you want a woman to stimulate your mind.
Yeah, I
Mm.
did, but giving criticism and correcting is not stimulating my mind. That's actually like get the fuck out my face. You don't even know me enough to try to correct me. Cause we talk about dating. We not talk about relationship. We not talk
This true.
about like a
Don't,
title. We
don't
talk about
men don't
dating.
like being corrected, especially not by a woman. Then we're considered an alpha female.
No,
So
it's not about being a woman. It's about if you're in the dating process, what makes you think you have what it takes to correct me?
we should have what it takes to correct each other when needed be.
Mm.
You
I like
know,
Okay,
that.
she
I like
fight
that
back.
better.
I
I
like
like
that.
that better. That's what I'm saying. I like that better. But
I like
it's
that.
like, for example, like I understand what you're saying, so I'm not like attacking you, but I'm attacking in general what I because I'm a very social. They all know I evaluate social shit all the time, and a lot of women take this stance like they here to correct us. Like who are y'all to correct us? Like you feel what I'm saying? Like y'all perfect or something? You feel what I'm saying? Not to mention you can't even tell a woman about her weight, but they can correct us.
Or the age.
Uh
Fact.
oh. Okay, we talking.
I don't
Any
know about that.
rebuttal?
I don't mind no man telling me about my weight. Matter of fact, in the past when I have been heavier, I'm like, hey, does it look like I'm gaining weight? And I always got no. In reality, I was, but men can't always be honest with the woman. I don't know why. It's just a
I
thing.
think that goes back to the trauma. I think that in a man's past, to be honest, we have tried that shit and it never goes the way we wanted to go. And so you make a mental note like, ooh, I can't give him that much honesty because this shit I might be arguing for the next week because I done said some shit a little too cold. Now I got a question for you. I'm sorry, what's your name again? Love?
Lisa.
Lisa, I got a question for you, Lisa. If you are with a man and you don't think you can correct him, do you think that from a woman's perspective, it's better to keep following the man or to pick your battles a little better? So what would you do if you're in a situation with a man you really liked and you tried to correct him, but he won't with that shit? What do you think a woman should do that's in a situation like that?
Oh, that's a tough one. Um, Definitely pick your battles, wiser. But I guess I would have to come up with a way that doesn't bruise his ego to kind of correct him, maybe make him think it was his idea or something like that. I do think that's what women did back in the day. They kind of like,
That's a fact.
they kind of like let the man think they were leading, but really the woman, you gotta put that idea into their head. So I guess I would do it some creative way if I was, that embedded, but that's kind of why you should take your time with people because
That's a fact. That's a whole fact.
everybody wear a mask, especially men. They wear that mask in the beginning, you know.
You said especially men. So I'm gonna
Women
tell
too.
you on this pod
Yeah,
now to give you
chicks
some
always
ground rules. We don't use some. You got to speak either to the majority or the minority. Now, if you had to pick between men and women, who do you think masks more in dating, men or women?
In dating, I would say men.
Okay, I'm listening. I gotta
And I
hear
would
this.
say they mask behind, oh, I got to get my job together. I got to get my career together. I need to have more money before I want to settle down. They'll come up with a bunch of excuses to keep you in a box. When reality is, as a woman, we're here. Like, if you get one plus one is two. So if you get a woman that's a partner and you trust, then they're going to come in and y'all can elevate each other together, but it's our culture that doesn't understand that,
mm,
and so we're so
Okay.
up against each other. But I don't know where I just, but you
Hey
Now
go.
I got a
Lisa,
question.
let me bounce off you, Strata. Let me go a little. Let me dig deeper real quick. Okay,
Hmm.
with that being said, in today's society, not particularly you, but we like Strata said, we talk about majority and minority, right? Probability and possibilities. Majority of women have expressed how needy they are from a man,
mm-hmm.
right? Emotionally, financially, mentally. Now, with that being that needy, how can a woman take a stance and say that they are here to elevate us? Like, don't get me wrong, y'all are here too. Y'all naturally y'all are here. Like you said back in the day, like last pod I said, women don't realize their power is in finesse. It's not in aggression. Our power is in aggression, not y'all's. Naturally, y'all power is in finesse. You feel what I'm saying? But women want to be aggressive and needy. I just don't get it. How can you be aggressive and needy as hell? How you won't go 50-50 with me? I gotta take care of everything, but you aggressive and you trying to correct what I do. I just don't get it. So explain to me how that works.
Oh, interesting
Mm,
Okay.
question.
Oh,
that's a
all
great
right.
question, brother.
Let me see. So, because you went a little bit of here and there with that, but see, the thing is, women are we just communicate better than you men. Y'all don't use your words and verbalize, your ideas enough to the woman so that something can be breathed into life. You all just you're quiet to it. All y'all want to do is, oh, let's just chill, let's just watch TV, or let's just, what. So it's like you're not even talking about anything. So that's why women just verbalize what they want better, and you see what a woman want, because if she want her hair done, she gonna keep her hair done. She gonna have her nails done when you meet her. She gonna be dressed in a certain way, carrying herself a certain way. So you already see what she's doing for herself. Now, obviously somebody's paying for the tab, like they said, what one won't do, the next one will. you
True.
know. So, and she's probably, and she could be doing it for herself, you know. So women aren't actually saying that. Society is telling you that's what all women want. Women aren't saying that, you
Now,
know. Social media
Lisa,
is saying that. Some
I got a
women
question.
might
I got
want
a question
equal.
for you, Lisa. Can you admit, just based off listening to you, can you admit that maybe who you are isn't a representation for the type of women that are in the world? Can you admit that you might be a little different and exceptional?
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
Cool.
So,
We good. We
so I
good.
have to ask, based on what you're saying, is that based off of who you are or who you know women to be? I have to make that
Yeah.
defining in this conversation. I have to pivot it just to make sure we all on the same page. So, are you speaking for who you are or who you know, your homegirls, your aunties, your mama, your friends? You're speaking to what you think the majority of women think, or you? Because I think that's a very important deciding factor in
I
this
mean,
conversation.
I'm mainly speaking for me, but I also think
Okay.
that a lot of women in my age group and my generation can definitely relate, you know, and the women that I
Okay.
do know and associate with, I know that at the end of the day, you know, if they met a good man, even if he wasn't making a certain amount of money and he couldn't pay all their bills, they would go half on bills together. This is real life. They people are out here, you know, doing life together, you know, on the
That's
same
a bar.
level, you know, with men less than, you know, women who have more. So definitely.
Hey, Corey, I'm taking it she's in our generation. Cause I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
want to
Well,
ask.
no, she's
Okay,
young. As a matter of fact, why she 34? Yeah, she's
Okay.
34.
Yeah, she's in our
okay,
generation.
yeah, it's in our
Absolutely.
Yeah.
generation. Okay, okay.
Yeah, well, I'm old now. Y'all talking to a 40-year-old. I'm in my 30s.
No, that's all love, man. I'm glad. First off, man, I just want to applaud the love, man. That's black love, bro. We
Hey,
appreciate y'all joining us, dog. For
thank you,
real.
man.
Like, it's beautiful to see, bro.
And to be honest, this is my first time chiming in. Like I see people that I know on your podcast. I was like, man, it just won't,
Yeah.
when I came over here to chill with Lisa, and then Lisa was like, oh, that sounds good. You know what I'm saying? And it do sound
Yeah.
good. And you throw those statistics and stuff out. I'm like, wow, I like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't think it was like this on that level, man. Like, the engagement is like real for real, man. I really
Respect.
appreciate being here, man. And I'm
Respect,
glad to be
bro.
here with my friend Lisa, so y'all can get a perspective from. We are best friends. We never had, intimacy or none of that. So this is a real, I'm listening to what y'all saying. My man Bino made very, very valid points. And just hearing what she's saying and reply to it and y'all dialogue back and forth, man, is beautiful. I love it. I do. I really do. Coming from, what you're saying and what Lisa's saying, it's just, it puts me in another space because I'm learning from what this was said and what that was said, and then I can apply it to my life if need be. You know what I'm
And
saying?
I
But I
feel
really appreciate it,
exactly,
brother.
and I feel exactly what Lisa's saying too. Like I feel what she's saying. Unfortunately, I gotta say, she in our generation, so it's more women in our generation that's like her, but not enough. Not enough. I just gotta keep it real.
So that's why I
Not
said
enough.
she's more so a unicorn. Like she's one of the rare breeds. She's one of the good ones. So there ain't that many of them. That's why I'm calling her a unicorn. Like you different. You're not like the rest of the horses that's out here. No. So when she was saying, I was like, man, she got to be one of the unique ones. Be talking like this. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
That's a
Some
bar.
people probably didn't. I definitely was not a fan of when she said that women communicate better than men.
Okay. Let's hear
So
it.
I cold-heartedly agree because I most men, bro. I say most men as boys are taught indirectly how to treat women, indirectly how to treat women. One, they get taught by the fellas, hey, get the girl, do this at the third, you know what I'm saying, and do what you gotta do. Be it that. But then the women, what do the moms do? Hey, you gotta treat her nice, don't hit girls, be polite, don't ask women about her age or her weight. All these polite things you gotta do. Now, when men get older, no, I yeah, you see about men disrespecting women and whatnot, but most men don't do that. Most men are really just be chill with the woman, try to be nice. Even when you try to first talk to her and address her, you're walking on eggshells, even though you might not notice it, just try to get to know her. Because one, there's the Me Too movement. One, there's you don't know how this woman's gonna react to you. What you got, your finger wagging.
Okay. Now, I think you're actually supporting Lisa's point.
No, no,
The
no.
fact, hold on. Let me get it out first before you rebut it. I think that to her point, because men understand the environment in which we're in, it does make us a little less communicative. So to her point, what we really want and what we express, it comes through filters. So if in her mind, I'm trying to get you to open up to me, but you like, yo, knowing what I know, I might say something that can make this shit turn left. I think that that might be why women pick up that men aren't communicating well, is because what they see as us not communicating is us really putting on filters because we know
It
the
is because
wrong message. You
want to
feel me?
know. They don't want to know what we really want and think.
It's not bad
They don't want to
communication.
know that.
It's not bad communication. It's literally us already being taught or going through multiple experiences from a kid on how to respond, how not to respond to certain things. While when it comes to not, I'm not going to say some anything, but how most women are, they're going to respond how they want to respond with no regard on what their answers will be or consequences of this.
But now check this. Don't you think that's stemmed to our childhood traumas? We learn pretty
Well,
early as
yeah,
men.
the kid, we get
Yeah.
taught differently. And as we get older, we learn that we have to talk this way, we have to move this way, we have to respond this way from the beginning. We can't just say how we want off the rip because we were already taught or went through experiences of it. While as for women, it's not the same. They're automatically coddled and catered. They're being given lies at birth off the rip. So while we get reality checks off the rip, so we're already mentally taught how to respond to certain things. Like how you said earlier, you got into a situation with the next, you got into an argument, and your end result was you had to punch the wall. Now,
Yeah.
if two men are in a room and they get into a little dispute, the men are already in the mindset of if it goes that far, we gonna fight. But when a man and a woman get into an argument, the woman already has in the mindset like, hey, regardless of what she says or does, she's not thinking to herself, you might get fucked up. But the man thinking, if I do something to you, my life is fucked up.
That's a
So we
fact.
automatically have the mindset that we have to move a certain way ahead of time. While some women, most women really don't really think that way off the rip. They're not thinking that ahead of time. Time they think about it, guess what? As they're known to be emotional creatures, they've already responded, they've already reacted off of emotion. We don't think off of emotion, and if we do, we're in jail.
Lisa, what you got? What you think about that?
Can I
And
say
then we'll
something for Lisa? Go.
hold on,
It's,
pardon
it's, it's
self. Go
going.
ahead.
It's
Go
going
ahead,
off
Bino.
Lisa. It's going off Lisa. Lisa, to be honest with you, it's two things. There's two reasons and two things a man want and we don't say. Now, off the rip, a man wants sex and food. He can't tell you he wants sex and food off the rip. He can't say that. You feel what I'm saying? The second thing is we want help. And 9 times out of 10, a woman can only help you than telling you what to do, but not getting in the field with you. So it's like
Mm.
there's no need to say, I gotta do this, I need to do this, I need to do that. I mean, y'all can get words of encouragement, but I'm talking about dating now. I'm not talking about locked in, we titled in, we sharing everything about life together. I'm talking about dating. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, say for instance, I gotta get $100,000 by next week. You might give me some good ideas, but that ain't no help. It's, you know what I'm saying? They ain't no help because I still, you know what I'm saying, we don't know if that's going to be work out or not. So it's some ideas, but you know what I'm saying?
So
I still got to go out here and chase this 100,000 on my own. You
all
ain't gonna
right.
be out there with
So
me still.
so Bino, for a better wording, are you saying men need support versus help? Because that's
Man,
two different
what's a
words.
better word? That's a better word. That's a better word.
Support.
Support.
Okay.
It's support.
Just to frame it correctly. What you thinking, Lisa?
And they support usually come from, and they support usually comes from construct. We need this shit by next week, or we down bad, baby. You feel what I'm saying?
That's a bar. She is laughing. She is like, yo, these
Oh,
niggas is
nigga,
crazy.
sorry.
We gonna keep it talk. We gonna keep it tall with you. Hey, we here to talk for real. Or y'all thought this was just a show. Ain't no studio audience. That applause is from my controller. You feel me? We ain't no Maury. We talking some real
Oh,
shit.
yes,
What you think?
legit.
What you say? Y'all men need
All
some
topics
what support?
is
What you say?
right.
Y'all need some
Help and
support.
support is the difference. There's a difference between help and support.
Okay,
Yes.
support. Okay. That goes back to not communicating, but at the same time, let me see how do I say this. Yes, women are more emotional. You know, y'all men don't, show your emotions as much. Let me see. You threw me off.
That is
They keep
funny.
thoughts together.
I got a question for you, Lisa. This is something I said in the live one time. This is my theory. I think women are more emotionally expressive and men are more emotionally aware in a moment.
Emotionally intelligent.
I wouldn't even say intelligent because you know that then we're gonna argue about smarts and what that means in intelligence. Hey, balloons, my phone's wilding. Do you think that's a fair statement that men are more emotionally aware and women are more emotionally expressive, which causes a disconnect in what we see as being emotionally open? You think that's a fair statement?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay. I wanted to frame that right because I'm gonna tell
And
you why
just
I
for the
say that. Go ahead. Go
audience,
ahead,
just for
Bino.
the audience, I'm about to say, go ahead. Nah, go ahead, fam. That's what I was just about to
Yeah.
ask you. For the audience,
Yeah, I'm gonna explain the difference.
explain. Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. So when I say women are more emotionally expressive, I have a 4-year-old daughter, right? And right now, I am encouraging her every step of the way. If she has a feeling, we gonna talk about it. Why do you feel that way, baby? What's going on? I'm gonna get her to talk to it because I need her to be aware of what she's feeling and for her to express to me how it's affecting her. Now, I don't have any sons. That's my only daughter. If I had a son, honestly, I know I would frame it to where I would have to help him understand his emotions faster to get to being an actionable result. So if I had a little boy, I would need him more emotionally aware to how the world is going to treat his emotions. So I wouldn't stop him from having them, but I would try to get him into action faster than staying in the feeling. With my daughter, I don't mind her staying in the feeling. I just need her to communicate it. Which, to your point, Lisa, is why I think women communicate their emotions better, is because it's encouraged almost from birth for you to be expressive. I think men are taught the world don't give a fuck about your feelings, so you better harness them shits fast and keep them to your fucking self, and at least, at the very least, be able to take it from your heart to your mind through your mouth. So, do you
Exactly.
think that might be the disconnect between why men and women view emotions different in relationships and dating?
Oh, definitely. They definitely we was grown like that from birth, that we're different. We are always told we're different, and then, to piggyback off what he was saying, now I'm back. It was like men forget that we are different, so we're going to bring different things to the table. So you don't want to utilize, men don't always utilize women for what they're good at. But we bring a different set of utensils to the table.
That's
So
fair.
so that's why. But men always come back, and that goes back to what he said about women being sort of, you wanting us to be equal, where we're never going to be equal because I am a woman and you are a man,
That's a
and
bar.
money shouldn't make the difference of, me treating you a certain way because you're my man and you're a king, but, in today's society, it does.
That's a bar. Okay, Corey, you got you a good one on your hands, boy. Hey, man, you did well, man. Hey, Birchie, proud of you, big dog. We proud of you, big dog.
I pick good friends. Like I said, she's a best
Yeah,
friend of mine. Like I known her for a long time, and I just rock with women that's real. See, that's the idea I get from the women. Now,
mm-hmm.
remember, we never had no type of sexual relation, so I get the woman perspective.
Oh,
And
I
then I
like
got
that.
my male friends, but I'm getting a two woman perspective at all times.
I fuck
And
with it. I
that's
fuck with
why
it.
Hey,
I can be picky. I can be
Yeah,
picky. It's
hey,
no idea where she got to be biased or none of that. She come at me with raw, straight up real, and when I just talk to her, that's what I get at all times.
I respect it. What you got, Bino?
nah, just going back to what you said, going back to what you said about being emotionally aware and women being emotionally expressive. But the thing about that, I feel as though like we've been groomed like that, but at the same time, you don't necessarily even got to be groomed like that, bro. Like science is science, bro. Like, and like we are programmed different than women. I never said that women and men are equal, even though I gotta lean towards though we are more equal than more different as humans. But as roles, of course, we're not equal, and of course, we bring different tools to each other. See, like that's what I want us to change. I wish we changed the dialogue about what men do for women and what women do for man, and start using each other. Because I notice a lot of women use what women can do, what women can do, what women can do, what women can do for you, what you. But like it's really it's a two-way street. It's not a one-way street. So for whatever a woman can do for a man can do for a woman just in a different form. You feel what I'm saying? Because being emotionally expressive, emotionally aware. We have to be emotionally aware. We can't be emotionally expressive. We can't.
Facts.
We can't cry and bitch about every little thing. Women can, and they get catered to all their crying back. Everything they cry about, they're gonna get catered to. As a man, I can't walk in the office and be like, God damn it, motherfucker, woo, woo. I can't walk in my office. But a black girl can walk right in behind me, and all the white dudes are gonna be like, well, what's wrong, Jamaica? You feel what I'm saying? It's just out of that door. You feel what I'm saying? So I had to be emotionally aware that I can't express myself like women. You feel what I'm saying?
That's a bar. So, do you think that it's less of us being equal and more of us just being different?
We equal in a lot of ways, man. I feel like, but that's
Okay.
a
So
whole
you
different
still
topic.
standing
That's a
on?
whole different
Okay.
subject. That's a whole
Okay.
different subject. We equal, it just looks different. It's many ways to get the number 4, it's many ways to get the number 8. It equates to the same, you know what I'm saying? It's many formulas you could get to the same number. So to me, that's equal. Just because it look different don't mean it's not equal. You feel what I'm
That's
saying?
a bar. That's a bar. Let's get to the comments. Then we're gonna get to our actual first question. Believe it or not, we didn't get to the first question tonight. This is gonna be dope.
On the
So,
caffeine.
yeah. Shout out to Sneak. She said, CJ, you are definitely a demisexual. She said, don't spaz, Stink.
I
Think she was
was, man.
reading
When
your face.
you said that men can communicate, bro. Mm,
Yeah. Shout out to Lisa. Rita said you on point tonight.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Rita also said it's called a helpmate.
help
And then
me.
I think she was speaking to emotions. She said, you got to vocalize it. Rita, don't be ashamed. You can hit the link again and come back up here with us. You've heard. So let's get to the first question tonight. Now, this has been such an interesting conversation. I'm going to change up the order a little bit because I think that we got a good mixture of people. So my first question is, who carries the most blame for the current dating scene? Men or
Men,
women, and why? CJ, what you say? You said men carry the most blame. Why you say that? In the dating scene, why do you say that?
and regardless if it's true or not. But I don't think it would matter if I gave a reason. But men carry the most blame because we still getting told that we got to do the approaching, we got to do the chasing. It's not about what does she bring to the table. She's supposed to be the table apparently. We got to have based off, and I'm not going off of how every woman is, but how because I think today social media has a major influence on a lot of shit. So it's displayed as if men have to have the money, the car, the job, the lifestyle. It's not about 50-50. You got to be paying 100. You got to be paying all the bills. That's how it's being displayed. And that same influence that's being displayed that women are demanding is the same influence that men thinking that they need to be. So if we don't have it, then we're the problem. And if we have it, but we ain't got it to what she wants it to be, we're still the problem. And then let's say we have it and we have what she wants to be, you still got to go off the other things, which is yourself. You still have those that want you to be 6 foot or taller. You got to be a certain ethnicity. You got to, maybe she wants a dreadlock guy. Maybe she wants a short hair guy. Maybe you got to have a beard. I didn't even know that was that serious of a thing that there's women that really make a big deal about beards. But it's a lot of factors. At the end of the day, you become the problem. But let a man be as in depth about that same thing as women are. I promise you, we would still be the problem. Let's say a man doesn't want a woman to be too tall. Oh, you want to date little people. Let's say a man doesn't want a woman to be overweight. Oh, you can't handle a plus size woman. Come on, man. Like, no matter what, the man's the problem. He's to blame, no matter how you look at it. Let's say that
Okay.
man makes a lot of money, but this woman is a RN, so she gets a lot more because that overtime is crazy. I've seen those chicks. Guess what? He's the problem. He got to make more money. He can be making 6 figures, and still is a problem because she makes slightly more because she's doing crazy overtime every day at a hospital. Come on, now.
Okay.
You know how hard it is
Okay.
with all this. Stop it.
All
The
right.
man's gonna be blamed for it.
All right. Let's get a woman's perspective in, then we're gonna go to Bino after a woman. Lisa, the question at the bottom of the screen: who carries the most blame for the current dating scene, and why? Men or women?
I definitely think women carry the most blame right now. I can't agree that men do. I mean, let me make sure I'm answering this right. And I'll say this. I'll say who has it the hardest. Maybe like I think the hardest is on women because we're told we need to look a certain way, and it's so many stereotypes like the one he just described about what women are looking for, in a man. And I think because men are so caught up in thinking that all women think this way, it's keeping them away from even doing what they're supposed to do. What should just be in them as men is going up to a woman, asking a woman out because he's attracted to her. You know, and a man should want to court a woman because she deserves it, and it is a difference between a woman and a man. So if you want a soft woman, you need to treat her like she's a soft woman, and that's what men do. Now if a woman comes up to you, that sometimes seems as aggressive. Oh, she DTF. Oh no, maybe she was just trying to, she liked your spirit, she wanted to fuck with you. It didn't actually mean she wanted to give you some, but just meant, she was feeling you. But the stereotype is what's keeping black men from doing what they're supposed to do, as men, because of what men think women want from them.
Hmm. That's a bar. I like that. I like that. Let's go get a male perspective. We're gonna keep mixing it up. Then we're gonna go to Brittany and then Saudi. So Bino, who carries the most blame for the current dating scene and why? Men or women?
Now, to answer the question, who carries the most blames for the current dating scene? Which means who takes the blame? Who puts the blame on them? Right?
Or who do you think is to blame for the current dating scene being the way it is?
Or who's to blame?
Yeah, who's to blame?
Shit, who's to blame is dudes for sure. Men
Hmm.
is to blame for sure. Men to blame for sure.
I'm listening.
Men is to blame for sure because we worried about getting a piece of stuff too early and too early before we should have been worried about other shit. So see, this is a transgression period, bro. It's not shit. This just ain't happen overnight. This shit doesn't happen over a period of time. You gotta understand, we're in our mid 30s. You know what I'm saying? So this stuff happened over a trans, through time. It didn't happen overnight. If we
Hmm.
would have just not been worried about their little PISSY stuff, let them be worried about growing into who we supposed to be as men without them, they respect us more. Well, we always, as young men, because it's part of our science, it's part of being, it's part of science, it's also part of being like undisciplined. You know what I'm saying? Like we worried about women too fast, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? We were ready to, like, think about it. You get played for being a virgin if you were 15, where we from? You still a virgin at 15? What?
That's a
You
bar.
feel what I'm
That's a
saying? Like,
fact.
so what happens is a lot of men wasn't financially stable. A lot of men wasn't mentally stable. A lot of men didn't even understand their emotions yet. You feel what I'm saying? But they had hella kids. They've been in multiple relationships, and through that process, we broke women. We broke them down.
Okay. I like
Now
it.
what
I
we
like
living in today is them bouncing back. And the way they bouncing back, we're not liking it because they're
it.
bouncing back against us.
Okay.
They
I
don't
like that.
understand that we was young. They don't understand they don't take that into consideration that they was young and we was young. They don't take it in that scientifically women mature faster than men. They don't care about none of that. They care about the pain they went through when they was 21 and 22. You know what I'm saying? They let that stick to them all the way up into 32, 33. So to go back to your question, if you want to be technical of who's to blame, it's us. It's us. That's us because
Okay.
we was worried about them. We should have left them on the side and been about our business.
Okay. I respect it. Brittany, what you got? Who carries the most blame for the current dating scene? Men or women? And why?
I'm gonna say men because they're allowing all this foolishness. I still feel men. What he say?
CJ gonna fuck with you. Keep talking. Keep spitting.
Only because, like y'all was saying before, like y'all want men or y'all feel like men should do this. They should. Y'all are allowing these women to approach y'all to do this and say, "I want to take you out of date." Get on one knee and propose. Y'all are the ones allowing it because y'all say, "Hold up, the hell up, get off your knee. We ain't doing this." Or when she approached you, let me buy you a drink or whatever case may be. It's like that's what started this whole trend with these so-called aggressive women or whatever y'all want to call it, these sassy men that y'all keep throwing out there. It's the men are to blame.
Fuck that. I'm about
Nah,
to.
it
I'm
be
about to.
calling
No,
y'all. We
no, I'm
don't
about to
call
talk.
each other sassy. It be
No, I'm about
y'all
to
calling
talk.
men
Don't even worry
sassy.
about it, Bino. I got you, bro. Fuck that. It's the women's fault. I'm gonna tell you why I think it's women's fault.
Right.
This is the thing. Y'all all said it kind of subconsciously without even knowing it. You all admitted without even saying it that men are willing to acquiesce to the standards of women. So if men know you aren't ready financially, you're not ready physically, you're not where you're supposed to be, most men will adjust based on what the woman wants. So if the needs of the woman and the expectations of a woman in the dating field keep changing, the man's gonna keep adjusting himself to make sure he qualifies. And the reason why I said it is because I think that the reason why women are to blame, it's not the woman that's dating, it's her fucking friends and it's the fucking internet.
Mm. I own that boy.
There, women,
To be honest,
single
I want to
women.
say right.
Go ahead. No, call you good. You good.
No,
Cook
I want
up.
to say internet, but you were saying men or women, but I want to say social media because everyone's seeing what they think it should be, and that's what's going on. Think about it. Before the internet came along, we looked at the relationships and people around us in our neighborhood. That was what we aspired to be. Now you seeing all this foolishness on TV and social media, like, oh, this is what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? It has completely changed the perspective of, just everybody in general.
Yeah, and I think that that speaks to the point. I think that what happens is that women consume in terms of dating standards and how they see love. I think that women consume a lot more social media in terms of affecting their standards than men do. I think that what happens is men most of the time they watch social media when it comes to dating and relationships. They're watching it to gauge where they fit into the actual dating market. And I think that what happens is men are listening to what women are saying, they're watching what they're doing, and they're trying to adjust to make sure they get chosen. But even to CJ's point and to the statistic, a lot of men, y'all noticing it, men are at higher clip. They don't even know how to interact with a woman because they're so afraid of sexual assault, being me too. So it affects them being a little bit more reserved. And I think that what's happened is in our new era, because women have been given equal rights, rightfully so, I think that affects the way we would currently approach in a traditional situation. 10 years ago, it's nothing for a guy to walk up to a girl, hey, how you doing? It's nice to meet you. My name is such and such. I think you look good. But I think that we live in a time that now even that small introduction can lead to you making me uncomfortable. We in a social setting. I don't like how you approach me. Did you just touch me? And I think that what has happened is it's made men be way more reserved. But I think it's because the way women look at the world, it's almost like we have to role reverse a little bit. I did that in a live the other day. I said, yo, honestly, the way the world is going, because men are stepping back a little bit more and we kind of doing this like, yo, we don't want to offend nobody. Women are gonna have to make the first step to approach the men they find interesting because most men it's not worth the chance. If I'm a man, I'm on my job, I'm doing my thing, I'm getting my paper up, I'm doing everything I gotta do, right? I don't want to run the risk of being wrong because wrong now ain't just the homies laughing at me after I don't get her number. Wrong now might be a prison sentence. It might be a charge. So I think that because of the world we live in now, because things are balancing themselves out, women are gonna have to be more assertive if they want to get the man they want. Because 9 times out of 10, if y'all in the grocery store, at the club, at the mall, he might see you and be like, "Damn, she look good. I would love to talk to her." But because it makes them pause, women are gonna have to at least break the communication barrier for it to go anywhere. Am I tripping?
Yeah, you tripping because y'all need to stop talking about this Me Too shit. Because Me Too is for people who were actively either assaulted or some type just coming up and saying, "Hey, how you doing?" or whatnot. Is not a Me Too movement or whatnot. So if these men are truly having to pause, it's because they were probably the ones that was going up to women, smacking them on the ass, grabbing titties, or doing whatever. That's the reason why they're pausing because now people are now actually coming out and saying, "Oh yeah, that nigga did touch me
So
inappropriately when we were out
Brittany,
and about." That's what I'm saying.
Brittany,
So don't try
I
to put it
gotta
on no Me
disagree.
Too. Don't put it
Brittany,
on no.
I gotta
Don't put it
disagree
on
with
no.
you.
Don't put it
Let
on
her
no Me
finish.
Too.
Let her finish. Hold on, fellas. Let her finish. Let her
That's all
finish.
I'm saying. Don't keep putting on this Me Too movement. That's the reason why men are doing whatever. If you're being reserved, it's because you probably were doing some shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you just coming and saying, "Hey, how you doing? I think you look nice. Can I buy you a drink? Let's have a conversation." It shouldn't be no Me Too movement going on behind it.
Hey, fellas, you mind if I give her a retort real quick and then let y'all go? Brittany, I'm gonna tell you what
Mine's
it
gonna be
is.
short.
I'm gonna tell you what it is, Brittany. All right. At NC State, I was an alpha. You know what I'm saying? Like I was pretty popular, right? But I'm gonna be real. Even as a man that's currently in a relationship, again, thank God I ain't gotta worry about this shit. But if I was a single man, I'm gonna keep it real. In today's market, I would be real cautious about approaching a woman, only because to your point, Brittany, you might wouldn't meet to a man, but I can't tell the difference between you and someone that's a complete pro feminist. Because y'all look so much alike and there's no way to distinguish what type of woman you might be if I'm just seeing you out, why chance it? I make real good money. I'm in a great career. I'm in a great place in my life. So I'm telling you, that's why men that might really be interested in you might see you and say nothing. Because to most men, there's a gamble in the approach that wasn't there before. Let's say 10 years ago, it wasn't there. When I was in college and I was single and I saw something that I like, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you, blah, blah. And I'm a pretty well-spoken dude. Now, hell no. I'm going to look and be like, yo, did she throw me another eye? We need way more confirming factors before we even break the ice, because we're like, yo, I can't chance being wrong because it costs me too much. Am I tripping? Lisa, Brittany, help me. What's going on? Am I tripping?
I mean, I can see it to that point, but when I keep hearing me too, when I hear that, it just, to me, when I saw it come about, it was all about people who was truly sexually assaulted or things like that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe we just need to change the word of me too. That's all. That's what I'm
I
saying.
feel it.
Started getting serious with men when they had the one guy that got put in jail for being falsely accused for groping a woman. And then it got proven by his friends and by her friends that he never touched her. He addressed her, offered her a drink, and had a conversation. I cannot remember the case, but it wasn't like he did a year, almost 2 years. But he was charged with five. They got him out, but he did two. It's the fact that he got put in there to begin with after being falsely accused of something. This is after the Me Too movement already started. So because of that situation, that's when more guys started saying, I gotta be more comfortable about it, because if a dude can go to jail in a bar because he just tried to give a girl a drink and try to approach her and got falsely accused of groping her and he didn't even touch her, and it took almost 2 years for her friends to finally admit that no, he never touched her. Come on now. You wouldn't want to
That's
say
a
nothing?
fact.
That's crazy.
I feel like y'all talk about some extreme ass shit. I feel like most dudes, yeah, most dudes is most. I feel like that whole Me Too movement is not the reason dudes. Well, I mean, let me speak for me. I'm gonna speak for a lot of dudes I know. That damn shit. Ain't nobody think about that damn shit. If you unless you a perv, you feel what I'm saying?
Thank
I'm
you.
not the reason why. That's nowhere near the reason why I say, oh, I ain't gonna approach her because it's Me Too. Man, I don't give a. I ain't no fucking perv. I don't give a fuck about that Me Too shit. I don't give a fuck about that shit. You feel what I'm saying? The reason is for me is women women are not polite anymore, especially black women. No, I ain't gonna say women. Black women are not polite anymore. They don't know how to politely say no. Now I ain't never got played, but I
I
see it.
agree.
I never got played by a woman like that. But I see too many times a man approach a woman the regular way and they be rude as fucking and denying the man. All you gotta do is say no, thank you, I'm not interested. Why you gotta screw your face up, talk shit, play the man clothes, play how he look,
For
go on
real.
Facebook after that. You go on Facebook after that and say a dude just try to approach me at the bar with some Sauconys on. Like, why you doing all that? That's the reason why most dudes ain't goddamn just pulling up on something that he see. And another thing is, let's not keep it PG. The first reason why I do is interested in you is because he want to dick you. Period. Let's keep it real. Like that's his first initial thought process, and when he look at you, it's damn, I want to do something to her. Now, based on how she carry herself, is if he reserve himself off that initial thought, and if he takes the time to really get to know her, talk to her, see who she is. But ain't no man interested in no woman because she pulled up in a nice car. He not interested in no woman because he thinks she got a good job or he see her pay for some drinks. It's because he want to fuck. Let's stop. Let's start keeping this shit real up here. We're doing too much PG shit. We're doing too much
But
PG shit.
but Bino, to retort what you saying, think about it. If your intention is a fuck, how you say that might determine what happens to you in the next 5 years, boy.
You don't approach her. You don't approach her and say that. What I'm saying is, when you first see a shorty and you think about
He's the one
being
to the
interested in it, it's because you're sexually attracted to her.
Bino, I'm gonna give you an example. When I was single, one of my best lines in the club, and this shit always worked, it never failed. I look at a girl, we dance, we vibing. I look at her, I whisper in her, I want you, can I have you? Boy, if I said that shit today, I'm going to jail.
But it don't.
That shit don't
I
work.
never
That
said.
shit will
I
not
never.
work in
I never
today's
talked
dating
about.
game.
I
At
never
least you
said
asked. You
which you.
didn't
I
drag
never
them.
said no. Y'all taking what I just said way left. I never said what comes out your mouth. I said your first thought process of the reason you're interested in her. I never said what comes out your mouth. Every woman I ever approached or that I let approach me, I was sexually attracted to her. I didn't say it out my mouth. You feel what I'm saying? But
Okay, well, I got a question for you, Bino. Bino from 10 years ago, do you approach women the same way?
yes, I always been a player.
Can you admit that you're the exception to the rule?
Yes, I always been an exception.
No. Okay. Well, now let's speak to the majority of men. Now you talk about you, and see that's what I'm saying, yo. Now I'm gonna keep it real. I love my panel because we have some of the most exceptional people in my hometown ever. But when we have these conversations, this shit is on YouTube. We gotta speak to the majority of men and women, and so a lot of times my opinions aren't mine. That's what I know men go through because I had conversations with regular guys and they're like, yo, bro, I like Shorty, what you think? And I'm like, yo, nigga, just say something to her. But I know in his mind, he's like, bro, if this shit go left, because I ain't gonna lot of shit happening at my job all the time. Like, yo, I'm interested, sure. Well, how should I approach her? I'm like, bro, be careful, because I'm like, dog, if this shit go left or she uncomfortable, you might lose your fucking job. Now,
But it
granted,
goes back to what you said though, bro. Most men they see something they're attracted to and they approach it, bro. If she ain't showing you no signs of interest, I don't approach nothing just because they look good. Like I
you need
contact her
choosing
today.
signals. Yeah,
Yeah. I use choosing signals. That's how my success
yeah.
rate is so high. I just don't approach anything because the ass is fat and because they look good. Like, bro, if she ain't
Hey,
this,
ain't gonna
this, this,
lie,
I
that
ain't.
nigga. Now I'm gonna
Yeah,
keep it
but
tall with you, boy. Maybe it's the arrogance in me, but I'm like, fuck it. She gonna have to tell me no. You gonna have to let me know you're not interested in me because if I think that you're that, I'm gonna go find the fuck out. Like, I'm fuck around to find out. I'm Mr. Fuck around to find out. We gonna have to see. You had to tell me no. But I know that most guys today are afraid of the word no, which makes them a little bit more reserved. And I think that even to your point, Bino and CJ, when men are climbing up and they are of value and of worth, I think it makes you more reserved. Just period. You're more
They not
reserved because you got more to
Tyler.
lose.
They not reserved because of no. They reserved because get the fuck out my face. They
you know,
reserved because I know you didn't. They reserved because they
Regardless,
not
they're
reserved
reserved
because
though, correct?
no, they not reserved because it's simple no, bro. We can't do that to men.
oh,
Men been here and know their whole life. They not reserved because they reserved because these women root black women rude as fuck. Period.
Okay. So back to the question, you think that that the women would carry the blame because they're affecting the way the men react.
I got the same
No,
one.
no, no, no,
Hold
no.
on,
It
hold
says who
on.
can
Hold on, CJ. What were you saying? I'm sorry. Pardon self. Pardon
go
self,
ahead, CJ.
Bino.
My fault. My fault, CJ. Go ahead.
Man, look.
Oh no, was it CJ or was it Corey? I think it was C Smalls came off mute. What you
My,
say, brother?
yeah, my bad, brother. I always try to figure out if Lisa wanted to chime in and say anything before, you know what I'm saying? My battery on 5%. Now, she got
Oh yeah, you
10% in
good.
there, you know what I'm saying? I think she's about to log on y'all shit.
It's
So
cool. Yeah,
Lisa want to
y'all
do
got the link.
more, she about to do more shit. You know what I'm saying?
All right, tap back in. We'll be here, brother. Do your thing.
Yeah, but my battery going dead. So Lisa's going to get back in, but she's going to be on her phone because my battery going
Perfect. Perfect. Appreciate y'all,
All
man.
right.
We'll be here. Peace. CJ, where were you at with it though?
Y'all got it, man. Look, at the end of the day, men men are to blame for many reasons, bro. Whether it's their fault or not, they're to blame. But Dino got a point. Dino had a major point that men, they're not going to approach a certain way. Women, black women, because he definitely was right about that part. I had a post a long time ago where I said I prefer black women, but at the end of the day, I have been treated a lot better by every other race. I've dated outside my race in multiple occasions, not like full blown relationships. I think Nick's the only one that was a full blown relationship that was outside my race, but all of them treated me a hell of a lot better than the black woman. I've been treated good by black women, but if I wanted to say, let me think of a black woman that treated me the best. Now I can name at least five other ethnicities that definitely actually did a better job than me. And that's not a good thing. That's not good. That's true.
Okay. So you're saying that because of the temperament of black women, it's affected the reserve of black men in approaching?
I
Yes.
would plays a major factor. I would
Okay.
definitely,
Brittany.
it's not, as you stated earlier, that women can be that some women are being more aggressive. I
Okay.
think Vino was going to say that they be more aggressive, but yet they want to be treated this, that, and the third. You can't be over here rah 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 rah. You need to hold me. You need to take care of me. You can't be doing both, and a lot of them is doing that. A
Okay.
lot. Now I'm not using not a little bit. No, a lot of them is
A
doing that.
lot.
A
Okay.
lot.
Brittany, what do you think about the conversation, the back and forth we having? What are your thoughts on
Which
it? Are
one
we
of
on
them?
point? Are we tripping? Are we off? Are we off cue? What you
I just
thinking,
want to
Brittany?
say, CJ, shut up. That's all I want to say.
We love it. We love it, man. Brittany and CJ are definitely the brother and sister of our pod, man. We love both of them, man. Like they balance each other. That shit is dope, man. I got another question. Where do I want to go next? All right, let's go here. I think this is a dope little kind of light subject. What are some dating deal breakers?
Oh, you already know I got my non-negotiables on, man.
What are some dating deal breakers? CJ, start us off. Set it off. Let's go, bro.
And don't details. Start off. Just give it to us. Don't
Yeah, just
explain
give us a
nothing.
list.
Just give it to
Yeah.
us.
Hey, hey, how much time you got? My main negotiable, man, you can't have more than two kids. And there got to be some healthy discipline, motherfuckers, too. I can't stand them. They can't be fucked up. Smoking. I'm at the point. I'm low key about to hit the point where I don't even want you smoking weed for real. But cigarettes and black and miles are no go. Vape pens, no go. If you do that shit, no go. Not happening. Yeah, that right there, no go. That ain't happening.
I'm
That
fucking
ain't
with you.
happening. And then for the last one, you gotta not be aggressive. That shit is like to me, being aggressive instantly can make you disrespectful. It you probably not that you're not really that loyal because if you can be aggressive, you give a fuck deep down inside. To be that aggressive and that rude, you don't care. So you're disrespectful. You're not loyal in reality. You're probably gonna want way more than what's even worth. So you can't be aggressive. You need to be chill. You need to be soft tone. I don't want to say soft spoken, soft tone because
Okay.
you can say how you want to feel, but your tone could be crazy. So you need to be soft tone. You need to if you got kids, they have more than two. They got to be healthy and disciplined. I don't
Okay.
care. Smoking shit is dead. Like I might let you ride with smoking weed, but shit, you better not be one of one smoking
Okay.
5 6 days a day.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Gotcha, CJ. Y'all already know how CJ give it up. He gonna let you know, damn it. Then he got his three, four non-negotiables. Brittany, what are some dating deal breakers for you when you're on a date? Or just when you're trying to pick a
Oh,
man?
okay. I definitely don't like nobody to smoke because we ain't gonna be kissing.
Damn.
Um, but being a, you already out, buddy. You know what I'm saying? But no, seriously.
My
Then like,
breath don't be stinking though. My breath don't stink. I brush my teeth a lot, but go ahead though. Go ahead though.
Lord,
Go
that
ahead.
will come in next, baby. Your breath is hot. God
My
knows you got to go.
Go ahead though. My breath don't be stinking, but go
And your
ahead though.
teeth. Like that's gonna be the first thing I want to see. Like that's the first thing you see is your mouth. So if you got a yuck mouth, just don't step to the left because there ain't no need. Definitely no baby mama drama if you got kids. I don't know if I haven't really dealt with anyone to say what's the limit. So if I had to say, probably three, four at the most, and then look, need to be seeing how the different baby mamas it is. Because look, then it's gonna be some more shit. 'Cause you got to deal with all these extra women if y'all do
That's not
become a married.
true. I hate that these dudes
No,
fuck
let her
that up.
finish. Let her finish. Let her get it off
You
first,
do.
Vito. No, you got a clear rule. Let her get it off,
You
bro. It's
hold
her
on.
deal breakers.
No, I'm gonna
I,
let him finish. I'm just saying, a lot of niggas fuck that up for niggas like me. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? That shit ain't going on
right.
in my life. But go ahead, Brittany. A lot of niggas
Right.
fuck
Yeah, I'm
that
just
up, man.
saying you right because you might not be messing with yours, but you got something still tiptoeing back, or she still thinks she ain't got a chance. And look, you ain't gonna have this one around my child and all that foolishness. Like, come on, baby, I'm not gonna hurt your child. But anyway, so
Right,
yeah,
right.
so that's real. And then I also look at a man how he treats his mother or the person that raised him, because that's gonna kind of give me a gauge of possibly how he would treat me. Because if you treat your mama, you know you love her and all that stuff. Normally, that carries on over to the person that you're dating or becoming seriously with.
okay. I like it. I like it. I think that's a fair list. I think that's a good gauge. Uh, Bino, what we got? What are some deal breakers, some dating deal breakers for you?
Let me find out you don't drink water. It's over. You don't drink water. You don't eat fruits and vegetables. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. You got to drink some water. You got to eat some fruits. Got to eat some vegetables. All you eat is motherfucker. All you drink is Dr Peppers and Coca Colas and eat pork and fried chicken. I'm good on you. That's one. Uh, two is like CJ said. I don't like don't if you have a mentality that you a nigga in a woman body, I'm good because I hate to beat your head all across this apartment because you can't beat me. And I know you're gonna try me if you think like you a nigga. You feel what I'm saying? If you think like I'm a nigga, I know that means you're gonna eventually try me, and eventually I'm gonna look like the bad guy because you're not gonna try me and put your hands on me. A woman can't beat me unless she fucking a WWE wrestler or some shit or a boxer. You know what I'm saying? So please don't. I hate women that think they could try a man. Like you can fuss, you can yell, but bro, keep that shit at a safe COVID 6 feet distance. You know what I'm saying? Like you think you can try a man. These new women think they could try men, bro. It's crazy to me. But I blame men for that. I blame men for that. You feel what I'm saying? I blame men for that. But at the same time, please don't. Whatever reason why you think you can do that, please don't bring that over here because I'm too chill, too calm and relaxed, cool, calm and collective for you to be doing that. You feel what I'm saying? I can see if I'm aggressive or I'm always popping shit or always think like I'm the tough walking around. Some dudes do deserve to get their head beat in, but I'm not one of them. So don't bring that energy to me. And that's
Respect
all.
it.
The kids, I love kids. I'm pro kids. As long as I can take care of them and not be and financially stable at the same time, I'm pro kids. So I ain't tripping. But off the top, fruits, vegetables, water, and don't think you a nigga. Period.
I like it. I'll answer the question, even though I'm definitely good. What are some dating deal breakers for me? I think that I'm thinking more about the psyche of the woman. Meaning, I'm listening as we're on this first date. Are you talking about you, or do you care about how you fit in what I got going on? That's a deal breaker to me because far too often we get with people that are attractive, but y'all aren't aligned. When I say aligned, I think that, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, though. I think that it's a woman's job to enhance her man and be secure and be the best woman she can be while she with me. So if what you're saying your future plans are, I can't even think about how that fits and what the fuck I got going on. Is a deal breaker because I think there are great women, but every great woman ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for something very specific. Femininity is a must for me. I deal with calm fucking women. I do not deal with no wild ass turned up women. Like that shit is a complete turn off to me. And I might be sexually attracted to you or physically attracted to you, but it ain't gonna go no further than that because, like I said, I mean, I'm wild enough for the both of us. I've lived in my younger years enough life about five fucking people. I do not need another woman triggering old shit. You know what I'm saying? Bringing up old traumas. I'm just not with the shit. The older I get, the more I care. I value peace. So a
That's
woman
what I'm
that's in
saying.
chaos, I can't fuck with. A woman that can't reconcile her past and without accountability, I can't fuck with. Meaning, if I talk to you and we running it down, if every dude you was with, they were the problem, I can't fuck with you. But not because they were the problem, because it tells them one of two things: either you pick badly, and I'm gonna be another bad choice, or you can't take accountability for the shit you done in a relationship. I can't fuck with a woman like that. But that's kind of my deal breakers.
And I had forgot one. So, because I had thought of this, but then I forgot in my trainer talking. You got to know how to spell fifth grade words. And you have to have etiquette. Know how to have etiquette. You could be ratchet in the ratchet club, but don't bring that ratchet ass club shit to fucking Roof Chris. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, chill, my dog. Like, have etiquette based on where you at. Like, have proper etiquette. You feel what I'm saying? Because we all from where we from. We all know what it is to be hood and gangster and thugged out. But bro, be smart enough to know to carry etiquette based on where you're at, bro. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, just don't be fucking firing 24/7, bro. Like basically what you saying. Like, calm the fuck down and talk
Yeah,
right
bro.
and spell, girl. You know,
He said talk right and spell. I respect it. I respect it. Everybody good? Anybody want to add anything else?
I could add a whole little shit on it. I'm gonna leave it alone. Y'all go all day with that shit.
I think your Samsung acting up, bro. I don't know what the hell it is. Your when you talk, it sounds muffled.
yeah, you been sound like a robot.
Yeah, you sound muffled. It's Android shit. We ain't worry about it. I just want to let you know. You know what I'm saying?
Better now.
Nah, you sound muffled.
Let me back out of here.
Okay. While he backs out, let's get back to it, man. Where I want to go next? Oh, I think this is a good question. How do you handle dating someone with children? Let's start with Brittany, and then we'll go to Bino, and then we'll get CJ when he pop back in. So, Brittany, how do you handle dating someone with children?
I mean, what do you mean handle? I mean, because I got kids, so I'm gonna already be receptive and be willing to accept someone that has them because I got them myself. So
Okay.
it's just as long as they're respectful to me, then I don't see what the problem would be. Like I said, it's sometimes not being no case, but sometimes the
Thank
children,
you
the
for saying that.
mother,
Cause we public, and I need my future to know she ain't got to worry about that. You know what I'm saying?
right? So yeah, so I feel like in general, when you are serious with someone, the mother should meet the girlfriend, or should meet to make sure she has an understanding. Look, I'm here for him. We're gonna support the kids. You know what I'm saying? That type of like be on some grown woman shit. That's what I think needs to happen more often than
Okay. How would you deal with a man that has kids? What would be your approach to that?
what if like he said like I got two kids. I'm like okay. I asked like the same mom. I kind of want to know like
My
is it
my left ear is
is it
so
all look one woman dealing with them had to deal with two. And if I ask, like, if the
So what you
baby's
saying?
6 months old, I might be like, you know what, sir, we might need to hold up because I don't know if you done with that yet.
Right. Right.
Um, you know,
That's a bar. That's a bar. I like it. CJ, how do you handle dating someone with children? Would you even do it?
I mean, I've done it before. Um, she was when I was dating her. She had a son and a daughter. I was good because them kids was like fucking angels, bro. They was extra nice. It was a little weird because it was kind of new to me to see kids that friendly. Like it to me, it almost as if like they were like homeschool kids, even though they weren't. They went to a public school, but I think it's because how she was. Like I told you, outside of her being overly obsessive, she really was like somebody out of a fucking Barney or Dragon Tales type shit. Like she was extra fucking nice and friendly. So her
My
kids
bad.
were pretty much the same exact
Okay.
way. Um, but I did pretty well with her kids. They were like, hey, they were healthy. They was good kids. I didn't have a problem. I think I
they met your
I've
criteria.
learned, huh?
I said they met your criteria.
For sure. Like, and they was not, they was non-problematic, man. They was a whole lot of, they kind of made me feel old at times because it was always like, yes sir, no sir, and like, but they was good kids. So in her case, I didn't have no problems because they was already like solid little angels. Now if I had a scenario where the kids were a little crazy or whatnot, she would have been out the door a long time ago. So
I respect
but
it.
I
That's
handle
real
kids
shit.
pretty good. If I had to give you to answer the question, how do I handle somebody dating with kids? One, I got to see how they handle their kids. So once I see how you handle your kids, how you address your kids, and if it's like in good standards and whatnot, then I can better adjust to how I would talk to the kids, how I approach the kids. So in her case, I realized literally how she acts is really how her kids act. She's so soft and calm toned, and the kids were the same exact way. So me, I was just like, "Hey, little man, what's up? All right, cool." He's like, "Hi, thank you, sir. How you doing, sir?" Da, da, da. They were so friendly, so I was the same way to the point where when I was riding with them somewhere, I didn't even play like any of my hood shit in the car, bro. Like if it was just me and her, I play Sada Baby, I'm playing Gucci, I'm playing whatever. But if the kids got put in the car, bro, I'm playing '90s R&B.
Right.
Like I'm playing classical shit. Like I might throw on some Disney because one of them was big on Disney, some Disney songs. I was cool with it because they were such nice kids. So it's all based off of how the woman treats her kids, determine how I'm gonna go from there.
I respect it. Bino, how do you handle dating someone with children?
First and foremost, I don't want to meet the kids until I know we going. This going. It's we have the potential to turn into a long term situation. So like I don't even want to meet the kids too early. That's for
I
one how
like
I handle
that.
them. For two, how I handle them is while we are dating, um, I inquire about the kids to the women that I date. Like I want to get to know them through you. Like what do they like to do? What do they don't like? So therefore, when that step happens that we do intertwine families, I know what to do to build a relationship with them. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? So like when I date women, I ask them about their kids and what they like, what they don't like, you know what I'm saying, what they into, what they ain't into, you know what I'm saying? So to get an idea of, because the thing about kids is when they don't know you, if you come in, when they meet you and you're into what they into, you have a better chance of them accepting you. You feel what I'm saying? So So that's two main things I can think of off the top. For one, I don't want to meet them. Just if we just dating and we're not talking about being in a long term situation, ain't no need for me to meet your kids. You feel what I'm saying? Uh, and for two, while we are dating, I want to inquire about them and get to know them through the voice of the mother. Um, and after that, I like to let I think we spoke about this some pies ago, but like I don't play daddy. If their father is alive, whether he locked up or whether he did beat, no, I'm not playing daddy. I will play mentor, guidance, counselor, but I'm not playing daddy because I'm a father, and I would hate for any of my kids' mothers to date a man and think that he gonna play daddy. Bitch, you ain't playing. You got me fucked up, my boy. Like, and she got me fucked up too. I don't give a fuck
Oh
about you being in
God.
the crib. I don't give a fuck about you being cool with my
That's
kids. But you
selfish.
ain't. You no, it's not because I'm an active father. See, they don't need two of them. You can have a father and a guidance counselor, a father and a mentor, a father and a play uncle, but you ain't about to have two fathers.
I will
And
be
we ain't doing
Especially,
play
honest.
uncle. I'm
especially,
sick of
Father
uncles.
figure.
no, ho, let me finish. Because this
Yeah.
shit did that. I'm dead ass serious. I don't care what the fuck y'all about to say. Especially,
Oh yes, you
especially if
are
you,
gonna care.
especially if no. The only way I change that if you marry the mother of my
Mm,
kids, because I'm an active father. So all that
I
deadbeat
respect
shit
it.
people be talking about and being locked up, that ain't me. You feel what I'm saying?
That's
So
real. I'll say this. I'll say this,
so
Bino.
so
Like,
what I'm saying is I don't do that to other kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? I get to know them on some shit. I'm not gonna walk in and play father for your kids unless they absolutely need it. You feel what I'm saying? They need that. But other than that, the father is around.
I'll say this. Okay, so my current situation, um, I was married, had my daughter, right, and we're currently co-parenting. She has a boyfriend, I have a girlfriend, and I think that my whole take on it was I had a conversation with the man that's with my ex-wife, and I told her I was like, yo, straight up, listen, this how I discipline my daughter. I don't expect you to do nothing I wouldn't do. But I'm gonna keep it real. I think that because I have a daughter, I need her to understand that the respect that she needs to have for men, period, it supersedes her mother's relationship status. So my whole thing is if he gonna provide and protect for my ex-wife and for my daughter, I expect my daughter to at least respect his authority in that household. Because I can't control who she dating. I can't control who he is. Now, granted, me and my daughter have a real dope relationship, so I know if something was going left, she would let me know. But I kind of let him know, listen, this is how I parent my daughter, and I wouldn't expect anything different from you. You feel me? So I just want to make sure that at least in the situation, if I'm dating a woman that has kids, that I can understand the way the man is currently raising or the standards he has for his children. That way, I'm not doing anything as the person that's dating a new woman. I'm not doing anything that is in opposition to the man she currently dating, or
Yeah, but
what my.
that's a one-off situation though. So if you're speaking
That's
off that
real.
one-off situation, absolutely, yeah. If me and that man got the same morals and values and we discipline and we think about raising kids the same way, then yeah, cool. But that's a one-off situation.
Yeah,
That's a
but I'm
one-off,
saying like,
and
yeah,
you
yeah.
actually have that dialogue with that man in order for that to
You got
happen.
to absolutely. I think that's what I'm talking about is probably a little further into the dating scenario to where it's like, all right, we've been dating for a while. We think about relationship shit. Now at this point, I have to know who the fuck he is. I need to know how he moves. What are y'all past? And I think that when to answer the question how to handle dating someone with children, I need to know what's your relationship like with your child's father because that's going to tell me a lot about who you are. Because if deadbeat or not, in my mind, and this might be fucked up, but it's real shit. If you were willing to get naked and have the baby with this man, then I have to gauge how you handle making a mistake in your life because that's what that was. I mean, granted, the kids aren't a mistake, but how you all dated, how it ended in your mind, that's not what you wanted. So, how you and your baby father for a woman, how they deal with each other, tells me a lot about you. Now, granted, how open she is to co-parenting, that tells me a lot about who she is. Now, if she tells me he ain't shit, fuck him, he's a deadbeat, blah blah, I ain't gonna lie, that kind of turns me off. Not because he ain't shit, but because you chose somebody that won't shit. So in my mind, I listen very closely to how it ended and how y'all co-parent because it tells me a lot about what I'm stepping into. Now, if it's unresolved shit or he still want her, whatever, like that really gives me pause because I'm like, yo, if it's not unresolved, you shouldn't be on a date with me. A, but B, if you're not close enough with the father of your children for us to have a conversation, that's a red flag for me. Because whatever the fuck it is, you should be figuring it out prior to us being on this date. You should know where you and
All right.
your child's father stand and where y'all co-parent. Because I don't want to part some shit that ain't got no structure.
Okay, but in response to the answer that I'm talking about, so tell me this, you and CJ, y'all feel comfortable dating a woman and disciplining her kids off the rip? That's my whole thing. I'm saying.
And doing what? Say it again. Say the
Playing,
last
not
part.
discipline, but playing father. Y'all comfortable
No,
with dating a girl? That's my whole point. So if I'm
no.
not comfortable, with doing that to another woman, kids, you feel what I'm saying? Like that's all I'm saying. It's a respect thing, bro. Like women may not understand it, but men have an unwritten rule of respect that we should abide by, regardless of what women say. He ain't shit this, because a lot of times women say that shit and like everything you said it was. You feel what I'm saying? I've dated women who talk down about their baby daddy, and I know the baby daddy ain't shit, but guess what? I said, like, you don't talk. You know what I'm saying? Like give grace because you laid with that man. You feel what I'm saying? So instead of downplaying that man, instead of throwing negative energy on that man, leave it alone. Put it in the back of your head. We ain't worrying about it. If they need something, I got them. I'm not saying I won't do for your kids, but I'm not walking in your nobody woman house and it's off the rip. You know what I'm saying? Trying to play daddy to their kids while even consulting with the father first, bro. Like that, it's just a respect thing for me because I'm a father. Y'all fathers, y'all know how that shit
Yeah.
would feel to y'all if y'all fucking baby mamas did that shit to y'all.
Oh no,
Women
that's
ain't
a
Oh
gotta
yeah.
fact.
understand it. Women ain't
So
gotta
I got
understand.
a question. So my question is, say y'all been dating 6 months, and we're not talking about discipline far as like physical, but you
Right.
still want discipline if they done something while y'all, you know what I'm saying, together. I don't know what your time frame is. I know you said you don't want to meet the kids until y'all going there, but I'm just saying 6 months.
Coming in.
I'm good,
Yeah.
bro. I'm good.
Hey,
But I'm gonna build a relationship. I'm gonna
no,
build a
no, no,
relationship with him.
no. This.
I'm gonna build a relationship with him before I had to roll the window up on this nigga. This nigga drunk. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
whip somebody's ass on this
I
podcast.
feel you. I
But
see it. That
hold
fiend is he's definitely on bullshit.
I'm on the phone, bro. But I don't even know this nigga for real. I don't even know
I
this nigga. We
heard,
about to get
bro.
his ass
I was
smoked
gonna
on.
ask him to cam
We about to
up.
get his ass smoked on SPS for real. We about to smoke his ass.
We
But
don't
for
sing
real, but
cat on now. Everybody see the drop man. What
Hey
yeah,
is this
bro.
man.
guy
Next time he come here real quick. Come here real quick, bro.
yeah.
Come here real quick.
You thousands of people watching you. We're gonna take a pause. Introduce yourself.
Hey, motherfuckers. This is Eric motherfucking Lacey. It's glad to fucking meet you guys,
What you
dude.
been drinking on? Cause you smell like a damn
Oh,
alcohol bean.
yeah, well, my brother, dude, it's fucking Crown Royal and Coke.
All right, I'm gonna top it up with you after
I
I got my
respect
turn,
that.
sir.
I
Hold
love
on,
I
let me
love what he's
get
drinking
a little
We
on.
gotta
bit
go
Hey
back to
man,
my show. I
stay
just want
stay with the dog
people
liquor.
wondering like who to keep bothering you. They
I
thought
can't get any
this is a
more of
bunch
it.
of black people. You know how we are.
No, dude, I love, dude, Lieutenant
on that level,
motherfucking Jackson, dude.
All right,
That was the baddest ass motherfucker I ever met,
I'm gonna get
dude.
with you. I'm gonna get with you.
From fucking Abilene, Texas,
I'm gonna
dude.
get with you, bro. I'm
Lieutenant
gonna get with you,
Jackson,
my brother. I'm gonna
Rodney,
get with
dude.
you. Just give me about 20 minutes.
Trust me, dude.
All right,
Trust me on
all
this.
right. I got. I trust you.
All right,
All
all
right.
right, all right, all right.
you don't took enough
Holy
for you know.
shit. Did he pull out Michael Jackson?
Cause he said black
Wow.
man. That's what he said.
Oh shit. My bad. That fucked me up. Back to what you were saying, Bino. My bad. That threw me completely to the left. But
Oh
that was
man.
gold. That was gold.
Oh, that threw me all off.
Okay. So what you're saying is you're not stepping in this to play daddy because you don't know where her and the father of her children stand, and so in your mind you take a hands off approach with the children at first.
Oh yeah, the go. I'm sorry y'all about that. I'm sorry for interrupting y'all
You
audience
good
and
to
the
be
panel,
like
but yo,
that.
these folk bothering me, man. These folk bothering me. But but to answer Brittany's question, to answer her question, how long? Like I would have to build it. Like so, like it's a step. See, to me, I take a step by step process. Okay, so once we know we dating long term, right? Once we know we locked in, we gonna try this thing. Now let's do a couple things. Let's go. Let's do some outings, right? Let's do some kid friendly outings. Let me build a relationship with them before I get into the whole correcting what they do. Like I'm just not comfortable with a new
That's real.
boyfriend popping up and now he gets to correct the kids. Like, bro, just because you have the relationship with the mom, you have to have a relationship with the kids. That's what's most important. Because kids is most important to me beyond us and women. Kids are the most. No, I'm talking about in life in general. Like kids is the only one that could get molded and trained to being who they were going to be. We're already fucked, or we already blessed. Our sign, our fate is sealed in my eyes. You feel what I'm saying? But kids
We
can
here.
be groomed. Yeah, yeah. We were going to hell. We going to heaven. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, kids is the most important humans walking this earth. You feel what I'm saying? Because they're the ones that could get groomed and molded into being wherever they gonna be. You feel what I'm saying? They still are not emotionally intelligent enough. A lot of things like I can come in there and try to correct them, and I had the most, you know what I'm saying? I can have the most, best, thoughts or whatever the word I'm trying to use. You know what I'm saying? Best intentions for them. But that's not safe to say they ain't looking at me like, who is you, bro? I'm from a single mom. I wish she ain't never let no nigga did that to me. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't nah nigga. And I was a good kid. I ain't never get no man no hell. For you know what I'm saying? She raised me the right way. But at the same time, I wish a dude would have came in the house that we lived in trying to tell me what the fuck to do. It would have been a whole different story in that bitch. You feel what I'm saying? Cause bro, I don't even know you. You ain't even took me out to play no basketball. You ain't took me to the water park and you trying to tell me to go
What the
clean the
fuck to do?
dishes. Man, we about to
That's
get it
funny.
on in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah.
That is funny.
Mm.
All right. Brittany, you got any retorts for him? You got any questions for him? You good?
Sorry, yes, I'm blue dry hair. Yes, no, I ain't got no question. Everything he said was good. Like I said, I was just trying to see at what point would he, if he would, but I guess in his case would be marriage is what I'm gathering, not while they're dating.
No, it's just a step by step. It's a relationship building process for me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do, like I said, kid friendly things. We're gonna do outings and stuff before I even have to correct what you do at school or inside the crib. You feel what I'm saying? Step by step process. We live in a fast world, so everybody want to skip steps. But in that one, I think it's very important. Just use a step by step process. Build a relationship. Let them get to know you. Laugh and joke with them. Play with them first. You know what I'm saying? Like let them feel the love before you try to make them feel disciplined. That's all I'm saying.
That's fair. Lisa, what you think about what you heard? Then I'll ask you the official question across the bottom.
Oh, well, I think it's about number one, making sure you teach your kid to, respect adults, so that's important, so no matter who's correcting them, it should be okay if they're correcting them the right way, because they have to go to school and teachers have to correct them if they're doing something wrong. So that should be the number one important thing. Got to remove the ego of, I'm their daddy. That child knows you're their daddy if you're an active parent. I think the only kids that need that extra discipline is single parent homes where the fathers are not active, and the fathers are not in their kid's life and their kid becomes too much for a parent. And if she's dating someone, I think it should only be to the comfortability of that parent once she knows that man and she's comfortable with that man, and she trusts that man, that's when, if she feel comfortable and she don't have another male role model like a brother or uncle who she's close to, then that man does become a father figure, so I think, that's when the discipline should come, but the relationship should be built by then before it gets to that level, unless the child is like, just acting out because, hey, his father isn't in his life. Then it should be about building a relationship, not just discipline the child, but actually building with the child and, building a secure bond, if you plan on being with the parent.
Okay. So, how do you handle dating someone with children? You personally, or what do you think is the right way for a woman to handle dating a man with children?
Um, I don't mind date. I don't have kids, but I don't mind dating men with kids. You know, I actually see a lot of times when I have dated men, a man, that I did date, he had a daughter. And I just noticed that he catered to his daughter a lot, and I didn't understand that, but I had to, talk to my sisters about it so I can understand why he caters to her like that. Because I'm like, my father was around, but not around really at the same time. So it's like, I'm not used to seeing a man cater to his daughter like that. And to me, it's like, hey, she got you under her thumb, but hey, I had to understand that, hey, that's his daughter and he should be teaching her that. So
Yo,
it's just a process that you have to go through. And, and try to understand it. I'm a open minded person, so if ever I'm overthinking a situation, I just try to get to the bottom of it so I can understand it, the relationships.
Can
I
I add
will.
one thing to her
Yeah,
right
go
quick?
ahead,
And
Britt.
I was gonna just say, men, if y'all ever get a woman and she's jealous of your kids, go ahead and drop her ass off where you picked her up, okay? All right, now go ahead, Jay.
You say if
I
she what,
will.
Brittany?
If she jealous of the kids, drop her ass off, is what
Oh,
she
she did.
said.
She did.
And I'm gonna keep it real. Like, yo, what you said, Lisa and Brittany, what you added, it makes so much sense because I think that what's happening in the black community is black men are becoming more active than they probably have ever been in their children's lives. And especially if you have a black man that has a daughter, I think for women that, let's say, they were brought up without a father or a father that was different, it can trigger them back to the post traumatic dating syndrome that we're talking about
Mm.
on this pod, to where it triggers them to where because they've never seen it or they don't know what it looks like, it comes off as, damn, that little girl got you on the thumb. I can't get that same treatment. And I think that what happens is with our generation of men, because we have made a decision to become active fathers, a lot of things we get grace for with our daughters, especially because we understand the importance of us being there. And again, I tell my old lady now, and just in general, I let her know that I'm gonna give my daughter a little bit more grace only because of her age. She's younger, right? So at this time, she needs to know a loving father before she knows a strict one. Now, there will be a time to where she has to meet the man that is her father. But at the age she's at now, I have to give her a little bit more grace because I know her mother's job, even though she's in a relationship, her mother's job is to teach her how to be a woman. Like she puts in the structure. My job is to show her love right now. And I think as she get older, it's going to switch to where I'm going to have to show her how to deal with a man that has boundaries, and a mother then has to kind of show her what it's like to be a woman to attract a man. So I think that, like you, to your point, Lisa, and also Brittany, I think that it's important that when a woman is dating a man, and especially as a daughter, she understands that he has to raise her in stages, and they don't look the same. How I am with my daughter at 4 is not how I'm going to be with my daughter at 14. It can't be. Because if I'm giving her grace at 4, then I'm giving her at 14. That means that she's gonna assume that all men are pushovers, right?
Mm.
But I have to get her to the point at first to where she's emotionally expressive before I start putting correction in on her. And because of we're not together, I have to be careful at being too strict too early because it'll make her resent me, right? And again, most men and ladies, y'all need to understand this. Most men these days, we're kind of doing this shit on the fly. We're trying to figure out as we're raising children, as we're dating. And I think that women have to, like you said, give that grace and that patience and understand that it's going to look a little different than maybe how you were raised or what you saw. Am I tripping?
No, hell no.
No, you're not, because a lot of people weren't raised on love; they're raised on survival. So, and if that's how you were raised, but you want to raise your child differently, yeah, we're gonna have to give you grace because you may not have experienced it, and it's still new to you, just like it's new to them.
We lost you for a second, Britt. Shout out to Indy. Facts. Don't be a pushover later. That's a fact. That's a fact, Indy.
Bro,
You know the
it's
count.
so many things that go into account when it comes to dating somebody with kids and what role you're gonna play. It's so many things that go into account. It's so many things that go into account because you got to make sure you and that woman on the same page too. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
and how you do things because you could be in a situation like I have experienced where shit you do everything else, but when it's time to discipline, everybody look. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker looking at you crazy, and I don't use physical discipline. You feel what I'm saying?
Neither.
Like I don't have to. As a man, I never had to. You feel what I'm saying? I got great kids. Everybody, and I'm not just saying that. Everybody
Yeah.
says that. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't. I probably. I mean, I probably put my hands on my kids when they was like 1 and 2, so they already know how I feel. And they ain't got to never worry about it again. After that, I ain't never had to. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even got to yell. You feel what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Teachers, anybody ain't got to yell. Another thing is, if don't play daddy, in my opinion, unless the women explain to you why she needs you to play daddy. Like a lot of dudes automatic. I done seen it, bro. I done seen it too many times. Most people see a lot of dudes automatically try to, cause they fucking with the girl. They automatically trying to tell the kid what to do. Like you ain't get that green light from that woman. You feel what I'm
That's a
Yeah.
saying?
bar.
And then you got these
That's a
simple
bar.
ass women that let that shit happen and don't even be with the dude longer than a year. Now
And
this
Yep.
now this kid done had four different dudes try to tell him what to do in four different ways and confuse the fuck out the kid.
That's a bar, Bino. That's a fucking bar, bro. And to your point, bro,
we
I
deal with
think that
um,
what you got, what you got. I heard you, Corey. What you got, brother?
no, I definitely understand what he's saying, but I don't deal with women that be having like a lot of kids like that. So I can understand the whole idea of what he's talking about. It's wild to me.
That's a fact. I think that, like you said, that I think that guys have to. Honestly, I always say this. I think that when single women are dating and when single men with children are dating, I think the first thing y'all need to do is make sure that there's chemistry there. First off, make sure y'all actually like each other enough for it to go further. Before y'all start talking about the kids, and I ain't gonna lie, in my lives, in my personal lives, I tell women all the time, before you even start talking about who your kids are, make sure you and the man have a solid foundation, because what happens is you get introduced too early and shit gets confusing when it don't work, because y'all ain't took a time. I'll tell single women, single women that have children, and single men that have children, don't even bring up your kids for maybe the first month outside of casual, how your kids doing, blah blah. Y'all need to make sure y'all can work,
I like that.
because you know what I'm saying? Like, if you filter through that part first, you can keep a lot of people that ain't serious away from your children. Why even introduce them if y'all still trying to figure each other the fuck out? But I think far too
Exactly.
often men and women lead with, I got kids. That's cool. But nigga, right now, who the fuck are you? I don't even know who your kids are. I don't even know if I fuck with you enough for to even know who the hell your kids are. Right.
Mm.
And I think that as adults, because we know, okay, children are involved, that means you had unprotected sex, you got a kid. That's cool. But who's to say we even gonna get there, bro? You might just end up being a sexual part. Let's keep it real. We all grown here. Every person you meet, if you got kids, ain't gonna be the person that's gonna be living with you that y'all gonna build a situation with. Y'all might just be casual. Keep it that. But if it's gonna be that, why we even talking about the kids, bro? That doesn't concern me. I understand you have them, and I know that we have to make room for us to do that. But
But
I think that there needs to be a walk into the children conversation,
yeah,
and I think people move too fast because
Way
people
too
like to
fast.
lead with their children. Like they put, it's almost
right.
like they put that in front of them.
I don't care.
Yeah, like bro, I ain't gonna meet your fucking kids. Like we ain't even like that for real. Like yo, like fuck your kids. Like can you get to this hotel at this time? Because we about to have a getaway for the weekend.
Going down.
Yeah,
Hell
like
no.
we not even on that type time. And again, I'm not saying that because I think that's the right way to be. I think that's the adult way to be. Like everybody that you meet and come in contact with, you physically attracted to, it might not lead to you ever meet my kids or vice versa. But I think that once it starts progressing there, then I think you walk into the conversation. But I think far too often, single mothers and fathers, they almost use their children as a barrier to measure the barometer of how y'all are going. When it's like, bro, I don't even know if I really fuck with you. We still get to know each other. Your
I
kids is
think
something different. Am I tripping?
you said single. I think I only think I think you tripping at when you said single mothers and fathers. I feel like fathers are way more reserved when it comes to their kids, even with women they're dating, than women are. You know what I'm saying? You got, we talking about majority, and
Yeah.
I feel like men ain't too, because first of all they got to deal with the mother. Mothers don't play that. So that's my thing. Lisa said, "Oh, that's selfish." It's so many mothers will be like red flag soon when you introduce your kids to your girlfriend. Like it's so, you know what I'm saying. So why fathers can't feel the same? You feel what I'm saying? Why fathers can't feel the same? You feel what I'm saying? This should be real bias out here for real.
But I think I'm honestly, being, I think to your point, I think the reason why it happens is because most of the time, about 85% of the time, if I'm not mistaken, women have primary custody of the children.
So it
So
don't matter.
their
Parent is a parent.
perspective
I
on
understand why, bro, but that don't make it
mhm,
right.
that's fair. That's fair. What you about to say, Lisa? I saw you trying to come off mute.
Oh shit. Hold on.
Are you good? We all got the hotline on Thursday. I feel like everybody trying to call everybody on Thursday night for some fucking reason. We trying to pie. It happened like that.
Oh yeah, he had said something. What did you ask me? I'm sorry.
So what do you think about what Bina was saying about? Okay, what do you think about the timing of dating and meeting children?
Oh, the timing of dating. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah. You would think men would wait. I've had conversations with men on the phone, and the first thing they're talking about in the whole conversation, they want to talk about their kid, and it's like, hold on, like, look, can I get to know you? Like, I understand you got kids, but those aren't my kids. I really don't care to hear about them right now because I'm not embedded or invested in those kids yet because I'm not invested in you yet. So it's like, yeah, slow down. Let me continue to talk to you and get to know you. Now it's not because I don't like kids, but it's because I don't want to become attached to the kids and then it don't work out. And
Yep.
to finish saying what I was talking about earlier with the little girl, I love kids, and any child I come across, because I do have a lot of nieces and nephews, I'm going to automatically treat them like my own, and that's just how I am. And I don't like disciplined children, so that wouldn't be the problem. But if they did something, I would sit them down and have a conversation with them as a discipline, or even maybe a timeout in a corner, but I've never had to do that with anybody child or whatever. But it was because the father didn't have balance. He couldn't tell his daughter no. So every single weekend you got your daughter, every single all the time, like right after school, and I like that a father is spending time with his kid. That's great.
Yeah.
But I like a man who has balance, who can balance working 8 to 5 and spending time with the kids and making time for us. And we can do, activities, all three of us together, but we still have to find time for each other. You know what I mean? I still have to feel valued, individually for the role I'm here to play.
Aha, you touched on a very, very interesting topic. So, well, no, matter of fact, it leads to the next question. So let's say we can add on or take off the children. Let's move to another topic. But this is specifically for the ladies, but fellas, you can answer too. How do you handle dating someone with a busy schedule? So the reason why I think it transitions so well is because a man that's working and is co-parenting is normally a busy man, especially if he has a couple of hustles on the side. So how do you handle dating someone with a busy schedule? Let's start with Brittany, then we'll go Lisa, CJ, and Bino. So Brittany,
Okay.
how do you handle dating someone with a busy schedule?
Hopefully he can make some time for me, but if not, depending on what type of hustle it is, because where's baby I'm coming to. So we're gonna spend some time together. I mean, that's just how I would be. Not everybody's that way. They probably want him to stop and be like, "You need to come over here now." But me, we're gonna do it together. If it's
I
something
got
that I can do.
So you make time by including yourself in that man's schedule, or vice versa? Should he? Do you think a man in your situation as a woman? Do you think a man should sacrifice his schedule to
If
be with you?
he, we okay. So in that situation you're talking about, I still feel like he still gets what he needs to get done. Again, just making how you gonna pay his bills and all that. But I do want to see him putting forth some type of effort. I don't say it has to be every single time, but putting some type of effort. Be like, I want to do this with you. Let's see if we can make this happen.
Okay, I like that. All right, let's go with Lisa. How do you handle dating someone with a busy schedule?
I think we make time for, who and what we want to make time for. So if his busy schedule is what it is, then mine is probably going to be just as busy too, and I'm gonna give about as much effort as he give, and because I feel like I'm a strong woman and I know I can go harder than he can, but I like to see him try, to come just a little bit for me. And, if he can't do that, then I'm gonna assume that he's not the man for me. So I'm just gonna kind of like, okay, well, we'll get at each other when we get at each other because I'm not gonna be pushing myself on a man, because I feel like, if it start off like that, that's how it's gonna be. That's what I can look forward to.
Okay,
And so it's to know we'll be friends forever.
okay, I like that. We got C Smalls on the panel. How do you handle dating someone with a busy schedule? So, as a man, how do you handle dating a woman with a busy schedule? Or let's say you having a busy schedule. How do you deal with that?
Oh, repeat the question one more time. I'm sorry, man. I've been drinking a little bit. What you say now?
Yeah, you good, bro. We all a little saucy. You know what I'm saying? How do you handle dating someone with a busy schedule?
I, when you say dating, it kind of scares me because I don't know what dating is. You know what I mean?
All right, all right, I got you. So that in between time between y'all mating, y'all chilling, maybe sexual, maybe not. Y'all ain't official yet, but y'all kind of dating. How do you deal with someone that has a busy schedule while y'all trying to kind of make it official?
I don't. Like I said, man, this is all new to me.
All right, well, I got a question for you, Corey. Do you have a busy schedule? I can't hear you, brother. Do you have a busy schedule? I think we lost him.
His
His mic
audio.
is unmuted. Yo, hey Corey, you there? We can't hear you if you are, brother.
Can't hear me in the audio.
Yeah, he might just have to connect the audio. We'll get back to him when he pop back in. So, CJ, how do you handle dating someone with a busy schedule?
Um, shit, because I get busy too. Hell, I probably have to say we have to figure out when we both available. I know a lot of the women I've dealt with in the past like couple of years, they either military or they like oddly nurses. I don't know what it is about nurses, dental hygienists, like motherfuckers in the medical field. So they all like kind of busy and work all the crazy hours. But how we made it work was we found out what their schedule is and find out what my schedule is, and then we just try to find a time frame where we can meet up.
Mm.
In some cases, because at that time I was still contracted at on base, they would have to just get a contract where they would be working at the hospital where near where I'm at, so we can have more time together. Or if they were military, it was a little bit easier. But that's basically it. Just finding out like, all right, what's your work? What you do for a living? What's your schedule like? All right, this is what I do for a living. This is what my schedule like, and then we just find a way to meet up. The way I see it is, if you that busy in your life, if you really want to meet that person, interact with that person, get to know that person, you'll take the time to get with them and meet up with
Okay. Now, do you think that can be a trigger for you? A woman that's busy? Do you think that can trigger you and cause some trauma?
them. For me, no. What would trigger me is if that's her excuse for why we never link up. Like at that point, I'm just gonna dead you because if you really wanted to link up with me, if you really want to meet up and whatnot, like if you actually interested in trying to do this, you'll take the time to go through the steps to try to figure out, hey, how can I meet up with this man? Because I'm gonna go out my way to figure out how can I meet up with you. So if you're willing to go that extra mile to try to figure it out, cool. But if you want to just keep using it as an excuse, I'm always busy. I'm always then nah, we just gonna dead it.
Mm. That's fair. That's fair. Corey, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, yeah, we got you now. We got you now. So, how do you handle like you in the process of getting to know a woman? Y'all might have had sex, maybe not, and she seems to be busy, or you're busy. How do you handle that? And does that cause any emotional triggers for you, like with trauma? How do you handle?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, and being that I'm 40 years old, I'm old. You know what I'm saying? So I
Mhm.
really don't. You know what I'm saying? You busy, busy. You know
You're
what I'm
not
saying?
old,
But don't.
man. You're not old. You're not old. You're
Mm-mm.
not old, Corey. Don't say
Yeah,
that. You're
yeah.
not old, brother. You're not
But I'm
old,
just
brother.
saying. Yeah. But I look at it as if like I just can't put all my eggs in one basket. You know what I mean? You busy, okay. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I'm dealing with somebody else. So I'm doing something else. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta just stay busy. You know what I'm saying? Because if you just dwell on her time, then who's in control?
Mm.
We men. You know what I'm saying? Like if she busy, then hey, you got to be there waiting on her at all times. When she free, then you gonna be free. All of a sudden,
Mm. That's a bar. That's a
that's
bar.
fine.
So I got a question for Corey because Corey said he don't put all his eggs in one basket. So that means you got eggs here and there and everywhere. So at what point?
I ain't say that, but I'm just saying I try to
I
practice that. But go
mean,
ahead. I'm celibate actually. But go ahead.
okay, all right. Well, but I'm just speaking in general to what you said because some men feel the same way. I ain't putting everything in one eggs in one basket. So when do you say, "Dang, I think this basket, since if we're gonna just use that, is the one," and you start moving them other eggs over there because you're giving eggs here and there, somebody's not getting
Oh,
your
you
full
can tell.
attention.
You can
Oh.
Okay,
tell.
Cause
Brittany
Yeah,
see,
coming
yeah.
with
some,
the
I
heat.
understand. I
cause look, some
understand your
ain't
point.
gonna hatch. You know, you got to sit on
Yup.
them eggs to look for the hatch. You know what I'm saying? Okay,
You right, but
all right.
Lord, Brittany.
I
that's the
absolutely,
bar.
absolutely,
That's the bar right
I
there.
absolutely. Mm.
That's a bar. What you got,
Yeah, that's
Corey?
the
Give me
bar.
a response. We'll go to Bino. Go ahead, Corey.
Oh, I was gonna say, hey, that's about what you said, but a man could tell, man. He could tell. You know, he could tell with a woman on that type of time. You know what I'm saying? If not, then you're gonna just continue to be what you are, believe it or
Hmm.
not. And it's simple what I'm saying, but it's a feeling. I can't put it into words. It's a feeling. These niggas know exactly what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? You meet a bitch that's that one. Oh yes, we locked in. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna be a whole lot of there playing and goofing around. We'll just do it still, but you already know what time it is. You on RN time. That's real nigga time, not the nurse shit.
Hmm.
Did
Yeah,
you
I
get
feel you.
it? Oh yes, yes, yes.
Bino, how do you handle dating someone with a busy schedule?
Um, First of all, I'm busy too. But I basically like CJ said, man, you talk about the shit. If y'all if when y'all not busy and if y'all time can link up, then you use that time to link up. You know what I'm saying? If y'all, because I don't. First of all, I can't talk to a show that got a lot of time on hands because I'm a busy person, bro. Like, so if you got a lot of time on your hands, it's already gonna be a mismatch with us. I particularly want to deal with a woman that's just as busy as me. And if our time frames, like CJ spoke of, once we communicate and talk about our free times and the time, and we could coordinate that shit, then we good. I mean, that shit real simple to me with that part. Communicate the shit and work it out. If you got too much time on your hands, it's not gonna work out with me because I'm a busy dude. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm.
But the bounce out what Brittany said, I agree with Brittany. All eggs need to be in one basket, and I'm gonna tell you why. For one, I believe in a lot of other things that's deeper than the naked eye. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, with that being said, if you want what you want, you need to focus at one person at a time because focus on 3 and 4 different women or men at a time, you might not get that good luck karma that you're looking for if you want that one person, unless the people know that you just ain't too many women going to accept that you're talking to 3 and 4 different ones at one time. So somebody you lying to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Somebody being lied to, somebody's being something being kept away from them, and I just ain't into that shit no more. So I particularly do date one person at a time.
No,
But
no,
let's
no.
just go for
That ain't. But that ain't what I'm saying. When I say all my eggs in one basket, she don't even gotta know my business. You know what I mean? Like that ain't none of her business. We dating. This is a dating
that's my
scene.
point. That's my point. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. I can get into something that's a little
This
deeper
a
than the
dating
naked
scene.
eye.
They don't gotta know I got multiple eggs in the basket. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right, right. That's my point. Most of them ain't gonna know that. So with that being said, like even if they don't know, it's like it depends on what you want out of what you dating for. That for me, I'm dating for a particular reason. So I feel like dating multiple women at one time is not gonna give me the results I'm looking for.
but
I
I'm
just feel
saying I
like that.
met a woman recently that said that hey, I'm in her starting lineup. She told me personally. She got my number. She approached me. I didn't approach her. She approached me. She said, "Hey, you got a girlfriend?" I was like, "Wow!" It made me nervous. I'm like, "No, I don't." You know, I gave her my number. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, "Yeah, well, I'm not. I'm in the dating scene." She went on and told me. So when I'm saying that, I say eggs, keep multiple eggs in the basket. I'm not being funny. She told
No,
me
no,
that she
I
already
feel you.
got multiple dudes she dating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I ain't knocking you at all, Corey. I ain't knocking you at all. And to hit on that, I'm not dating a woman that got multiple that got plenty, and I'm not dating her neither. Oh, you got a lineup. I'm good. Deal with your lineup. You don't need me.
Hold
I'm a
on.
star
Oh,
fucking
okay.
player.
So if they got a lineup, you don't want to deal with them at all. So you
Nope.
just looking for women that's just exclusively looking right then when you know it's a dating scene. So that's a
It
broad.
don't have to.
That's
No,
kind
I'm
of
not saying it has to
problematic.
be. I don't say it ain't got to be exclusive, but just people need to take your time, man. Why? What's the point? All right, what do we get out of dating multiple people at one time? What results do we get out of that? Let's talk about that.
You
I'm a
can
man of
narrow that down.
results.
Boosting
What
our
do you
mental
consider dating?
ego, experience. Hey, if you at a younger age, that's what you're doing. You boosting your male ego,
Oh, we ain't young.
experience, dealing with variations of women. No, if you really paying attention to shit like that, like experience of how to deal with different variations of women, because no woman is the same. They all a bunch of snowflakes. So I would definitely say if you want a real answer to that question, that's the answer. What you getting out of dating multiple women at that time frame at a younger age, that at an older age, if you actually trying to
Stop trying
settle
to.
down,
You Strata, y'all good for trying to throw wrench. We not talking about no younger age. Let's talk about now.
If that's what I'm about to say. If we talking about now, I think it's pointless.
Well,
Pointless.
okay. Now, time out. Now I'm gonna get some pushback just because I kind of understand what Corey is saying. I think what Corey is saying is because at the dating stage you're not emotionally invested or committed to anyone, you're technically still single. So to that degree, I don't know how far this gonna go. So why should I cut off maybe 4 or 5 perspectives that might actually be my future wife, might actually be this, that, and the third if we're just casual. I think that the stage in which y'all are dating and how busy she is determines. Now, to answer the question for me, how do you handle dating someone that's with a busy schedule? In my mind, I don't care about your schedule being busy. I need to know why it's busy because that matters to me. Now, is it busy because you're having a hot girl summer? I'm gonna handle you different than you busy because you're working on your masters. You're busy because you're trying to get your business off the ground. And I think in my mind, because I'm a busy man, I give grace to women that are busy with purpose. But I think there's a difference between being busy with purpose and being busy because you a hoe.
Mm.
That's not the busy I thought you were talking about. I don't
I
consider that
mean, but
busy.
both are busy. Like, let's keep it real. There are some busy bodies out here. You know what I'm saying? They be catching bodies, and there's also busy women that are
Yeah, that's
on
a
a
busy
purpose.
body, but they
So,
ain't being busy. That's just being a busy ass body.
shit.
That's all.
But you
Your
know, when
wife,
you dating
your
them, they're gonna
wife
give
is
you that. They're
busy.
gonna throw you a blonde of bullshit. So you got to figure out what type of busy she is.
And that's another thing. Y'all already know how women is. Y'all cool with dating 4 women that's gonna give you 4 different types of bullshit? I'm too old for that shit, dog. I'm too old for that shit. I can't. I don't got the mental capacity
Y'all
no more for
okay
that.
with it?
What you say, Lisa?
Y'all men, majority of men are okay with it.
They
I
are. They
think
are absolutely.
Dating
I'm gonna. Keep,
multiple people at a time. Are you speaking for, majority of men or just yourself?
No,
I
no,
think.
no. I'm talking about. I just said for myself. I know majority men, majority women, majority of people are okay with dating. I just don't see the results. The results. It depends on what you want. That's why I said me. I want what I want. So the results don't turn out. Me dating most of the people, I'm not gonna get those results that I want.
Okay, so
But
now we're
most
speaking
people,
about dating
most
with
people do do
intention
that shit.
versus dating casually. I think that
If
kind
we
of
at our
is the
age,
the
we
fork in the
still
road.
dating casually at our age.
Bro, there are people that are definitely still dating casually.
No, that's a fact. But I'm talking about us.
Oh no,
Cause
no,
y'all
no.
say
That's why,
y'all
and
say
I'm gonna
you
keep it
cool
real,
with dating
Bino.
multiple women.
I almost have to always speak for the audience because I know that honestly, with just me and Lisa, with knowing Corey, with knowing Britt, with knowing you, with knowing CJ, I know that we are exceptional, but I'm always be mindful of who we speaking to. So I always want to make sure that their perspective gets intertwined in what we're talking about because we'll lose them, right?
Oh yeah, I
And
know
I
that. But
think
you asked us personally though, Strata. You asked us personally. You asked us personally.
okay,
So I'm asking
that's
y'all
a bar.
personally. I'm asking
Okay,
y'all
now
personally.
personally it's different. Now I ain't gonna lie. Now I'm gonna keep it real. Personally, I'm gonna keep it real. Like if I'm dealing with a woman and I'm locked in on her. I'm trying to figure out who she is, how she move, and she tells me she's busy. I'm gonna give her grace. Why? Because I know in the future I'm gonna need the same grace. I'm literally wearing 5 hats. Y'all know I work like a fucking Jamaican. I got a bunch of streams of income. I'm always networking. I'm on this motherfucker with y'all. We doing a dope podcast. Like I'm pretty busy, but I think that I give grace because I want it. Does that make sense? And
Mm.
so
Yeah,
if a
yeah,
woman
that's the
told me
same
she
thing I'm
busy,
saying.
I just kind of be like, yo, do your thing. You good. But also in return, I expect the same grace I give, which is why I give it. Because I know I'm busy as hell, right? So I think that
Facts.
Hey, so I got a question. I got a question for you though.
what you got?
What if you meet a bitch drop dead gorgeous? You know what I'm saying? Your bitch, you like, wow, this is the girl I want right here. And she said, hey,
Uh-huh.
I want you to do away with the podcast. I don't like it.
You know what, Corey?
Once it
I'm gonna keep it
happens,
tall
leave
with
it
you.
out though.
She gotta fucking go. You wanna know why? Because in my mind, Corey, I'm gonna keep it real. It's God, man, woman, child. So if my purpose is God driven to be here to give people my information, to get y'all together, some good people to give people advice. This is kind of my purpose. Not my main purpose, but this is a part of my purpose. So if you can't fuck with that, your looks aside, I'm good, bro.
I mean, you
Because I
good.
can't
Everything is
change who
good
I
with y'all
am.
though.
Huh?
She's everything is good with y'all. Like she's the
Yeah.
one. You know this.
That's a good fucking question,
But I'm gonna
Corey.
tell you, Corey, I'm gonna keep it tall with you, bro. If she
Please.
can't get with what the fuck I'm doing,
Shit,
it can't be all good.
you
It's
ain't it.
bad. You feel me? Because again, I believe that. honestly, y'all, and this is just a personal feeling of
Hold
mine.
on, before you keep going there, don't
Go
forget
ahead.
what Corey said. He
Yeah,
said,
she
like,
bad as a
y'all
bitch.
ain't
She
gonna
perfect
listen.
for me.
You have decided, yeah, she perfect for you,
Yep.
and
You
she
got to
on your
fucking
party.
go. You want to know why? I'm gonna tell you why she got to fucking go. Because the moment I start conceding my purpose, then when I get with her, I ain't gonna know who the fuck I am a year and a half from now. Now
Right,
I'm
there ain't gonna be the
so far
lifetime she
removed from
stopped
what
you
I'm
for some
trying to
shit.
do.
Yeah,
Exactly. And then once that beauty starts fading and she start getting irritating as fuck, now I'm gonna just resent her for sacrificing for her when that ain't her fault. That's a
But
choice
that's
I made.
problematic though. That's problematic because you making up
Yeah.
excuses for her because you don't even know how she's gonna be feeling. She could really still be perfect, just saying to you, "Hey, can you just quit that? I don't like it." And now y'all still living a luxurious life.
All right, I
You
got you,
trying to
Corey.
minimize the whole idea of you having a podcast to a woman's request, where she's willing to do whatever, do anything that you like. It's answering
Right.
all your questions. This don't got to be your calling, but it seems
Mm-hmm.
like it's making it your calling. So if any woman were to say, "Hey, I don't want you to do this no more," you will automatically cut her off,
I
and I
got
feel
you,
like that's a
Corey.
bad thing. Why would
I
you do
got you,
that?
Corey. I got you, Corey.
That's
I'm gonna
fucked
tell you
up.
what it is, bro. You know what
You
my
the
next question
fiery
to her would
rapper that's
be?
telling you I don't want you
Yeah.
to rap no more.
Right. I'm gonna tell you what my question to her would be. My question to her would be simple. What do you suggest I replace it with? Because if you don't have a replacement, then you're making me concede. And I think that a man, regardless, I think I'm gonna keep it real, ladies. If y'all are listening, it is very important that you meet a man where he is and you're able to see his vision clearly. Honestly, men don't change that often. We are who we are for good, bad, or indifferent. I think women are a little bit more fluid. So I think that a woman that's a baddie that meets me and she understands what I'm into and I tell her what I'm into, she has to be able to accept that this is who this man is before I met him. I knew this to
Hmm.
be true. And if she can't concede that, then what happens is once a man start conceding, he gonna look up 5 years from now, married, and be like, "Yo, I don't like none of this shit." And he gonna look up, and
But
he ain't gonna
what?
know who the fuck he is.
But what if
hold
the
on, Corey.
woman?
Give him this, Corey. Give him this.
Yeah,
Give him
keep
this.
going. Let's go. Let's go. I like
But I'm
this.
like,
Give him this,
I'm
Corey.
like,
Give him a
what if the
reason.
woman
Give
that he
him a
met?
reason. The woman said she don't like it, Corey. Bring up a scenario where the
Wouldn't
woman gives
matter.
him a reason of why. I'm just saying. I just want to hear.
Okay.
I know you ain't gonna change.
Because she met him on this.
Okay. Well, I think that if she met
She
me
met
on
him
this,
on this podcast.
right. I
Now
think that
she
if she
don't want
met
him.
me,
Like she met him on the podcast. She
right.
understood his viewpoints. Now she don't want him to be on it no more. I like
Then to
what you
me
were
that
saying. I don't want to publicize. You're an intelligent guy. Now I want you to discontinue this
I don't want
podcast.
the world to have you. I don't want the
Right.
world
I
to
don't
have
want to
you.
That's
worry.
see,
I don't want
and
y'all.
again, you know what? That would tell me she's fucking selfish. Because if I'm good enough to provide content to make you fall in love for me, then that means you don't trust me to stay faithful to you, A, and B, you're distracting me for what the fuck I was already doing prior to you being here. You're not for me. You can't
But if
be.
but if she asking for no financial gain from you doing this, if you was getting
Hmm.
financial gain, then why would that be a problem?
It would only be a problem because it would be the equivalent of me asking her to stop something that she has a passion for. I like talking to people. Y'all know me. I've always been a talkative guy. I've always talked my shit. I've had great conversations with people. This is something fun right now. Like I said, being monetized something different. But my whole point would be who I am has to be enough when we meet. Now, I'm willing to concede certain things to acquiesce to a relationship, but changing my passions because you walked into my life or make me look up and I'm gonna be a stranger to myself. Ain't gonna be no good to neither one of us, me or you. Because now I don't know who the fuck I am because I'm constantly conceding to what you want me to be. And I might become what you want me to be, but then I'm gonna hate and resent who the fuck I am. So now this ain't gonna work no way. Even if I stop the pie, if I stop all the hustles, if I change career paths, let's take it that far. The way she like, I don't really like your job, you need to be home more. Now I done turned to somebody I don't even fucking know who I am. For the sake of you, it ain't gonna work. Money
And,
aside, we could
and
be
then Carson,
good.
she
But
leave you, and
I
now
thought
she
love
left
was
you being a
but
person you
love is
ain't never been.
unconditional. Love is unconditional.
True, but I say this, Corey. A lot of times, this is a funny part about women. This caveat about women. Women will make you concede to be what you ain't, and then cheat on you with a nigga that's exactly like who you were. Tell me
Boy,
I'm
please.
lying. Tell me I'm fucking lying, bro.
Boy, pre
A woman will
And vice
change you.
versa.
No, my
All
mama
Vice
said
versa.
right,
that.
let's
pre.
hear it.
I
Yeah,
seen
Nah.
her. I
yeah,
seen it.
yeah,
Was it? Hell
yeah.
fucking
Let's
no.
talk.
Why
Let's
me?
Boy,
talk.
I'd have got
Let's
flashbacks.
talk.
Put the
Get to
house
it.
back. Boy, I
Let's
literally
get
did
to
everything that
it.
motherfucker wanted me to be to the point I was no longer a nigga from AUL no more. Only for her
Hmm.
to turn around and fuck with a nigga that literally was me before I met her. Boy, never again. Never
Mm.
again. That's around to see homies do the same exact thing. And what that girl do? Cheat on him with the motherfucker that she literally was when she met him.
All
Bro,
right.
no. I've
All
seen
right.
it.
Let's make room for the ladies. Y'all disagree with what I'm saying? Was I tripping?
They don't disagree because they ain't a man that experienced it. You can't agree to it or disagree
Oh
because you
no,
are a
we gotta
female.
get the woman's perspective. We gotta clear
You
room
know what
for
I'm saying?
No,
them.
all I'm saying,
Yeah, I definitely
like I
got to. Go ahead.
all I'm gonna say is, if it is that way, it's vice versa because I've seen it same way with men. They have a woman, oh, I want you to do this and do that, be
Yep.
more conservative and this and the third, but then they see he around there.
And cheat with a
That's,
hoe. You're right,
there you
Brittany.
go. Boom.
That's what I was about to say,
But
Brittany. Like,
but
even
take
though
it
I
away
agree,
and right, go ahead.
yeah, even though I agree with Strata, playing devil's advocate, I was about to say men do it to women all the time, and women do it for men.
True. I just don't
Based
think it's
on,
the right
but
move for anybody,
no, no, no,
bro.
no,
But go
you're
ahead.
absolutely right. I agree with you, but just on the devil advocate side of shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I
Hmm.
agree with you. You know what I'm saying? But just based off what Corey said, and the reason why I was playing devil advocate, because I like, damn, the question he asked you is crazy because women do that shit all the time. Women will change and stop some stuff if a man asks and say he don't like it all the time. They do
That's a
that shit
fact.
all the time.
That's a
Yep.
fact.
And we can just break that right down to interracial relationships. You can
Hmm.
look at a white man with a black woman and look how they act. They're so graceful,
Right. They
so
become
jolly,
totally different people,
so
right?
That
Talk
jolly,
shit
about
ain't
it.
no, that's no
so
cap
happy.
though.
Have
That is
y'all
no
ever
cap.
thought he brought that out of her? I mean, y'all talking about
Mm.
like,
Well,
come
damn,
on
I might
now.
have to start painting my face white then.
Not if you still
The
gonna
fuck?
behave the same way.
Right.
It's
I
not
ain't
Oh
gonna
just
yeah,
about
lie,
the
yo.
color; it's
I'm
about
about
the
to cut my
treatment.
hair and shit.
That's a fact.
I'm
I
gonna
ain't gonna
start
lie,
wearing a
man.
wig. I'm gonna wear a white man's wig and walk around with some damn polo shirts,
Change your name to
some damn
Hunter.
Fruit of the Looms drawers
Y'all
on.
are
The
crazy.
colorist.
But I
So
think
my
that
thing is, don't
uh,
ask women. Well, for me, because y'all just resonate with shit. In my future, I will not ask women to change some shit I don't like because in vice versa, she could do the same. And I know I ain't giving up some shit that I got a passion for. So just let her
Mm-hmm.
be, and I'm gonna let my so she can let me
and
be.
again, it goes right back to what I said earlier, man. I give the grace that I want. Meaning, if she doing some shit that I don't necessarily agree with, but she loves that shit, have at it, baby. Let me know when you good if I can be of assistance because I also need that same response when I'm on my shit.
Right.
Y'all
Mm.
know I DJ, I run a 360 photo booth. I'm on here with y'all on the pod. Like my old lady is back there now. But again, I give the grace that I want because I know that
Mm-hmm.
there will be times where that shit might get turned and she might really get on some passionate shit. I have to get the same grace I want because one thing that women look at with men is their consistency. The moment you stop being consistent, she stop trusting that you can leave.
Mm-hmm.
So the moment you get off your square, you'll never get back on it, and she'll never respect you the same.
I'm telling y'all, like I ain't even being funny. Y'all know, y'all probably see me on Facebook, but I read children's books. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
read adult X-rated books. I read the motherfucking Bible. But just remember, back in the day, it was unlawful for motherfuckers to even black motherfuckers to even be reading. Do you understand what
Mhm.
I'm saying?
Mhm.
This is a black man reading, and a lot of motherfuckers don't even have their fathers in their lives, their baby mothers, fathers, or whatever the case is, just to see a black man reading before them. How do you think that makes the child feel? You know what I'm saying? That's my whole idea. You know what I'm saying? So people be like, yo, this nigga that's reading whatever nigga. I'm reading because I'm trying to change the culture back. I'm reliving what we was, you know what I'm saying, getting penalized for hung, whip, just being able to read in front of a child as a black man is a big
So
deal.
I got a question for you, Corey. Let's
Yeah,
flip it on you. Let's say you
yeah.
meet the woman that you think is of your dreams. She tell you, Corey, stop reading to them kids, bro. What you doing?
Mm. No, I would
Mm.
not. You're right. That's a great.
Oh,
But
Lord,
you gotta,
look
What
at
you
her.
you gotta
doing?
Oh,
remember.
What
you
you
heard
You
the
doing?
gotta
Bible say,
remember.
mm.
But you gotta remember though. I'm a
He gonna
substitute
say
teacher
fuck them
too, right?
kids.
I'm a substitute teacher too, right? So
Right.
that's kind of what still incorporated into my what career. So whether she getting paid or I'm getting paid, remember I'm getting income from it. I'm not doing it for recreation. I'm not doing this just to be doing it. I'm really a substitute teacher reading and babysitting these
Oh
crazy ass,
no.
stupid ass kids.
Keep the substitute. Right. You funny as hell. Nah, keep substitute teaching, but nah, fuck that YouTube shit. You need to stop doing that because it's taking up your time. How you responding? You can stay a substitute teacher, but you can't keep reading for these kids because it takes too long for you to edit these videos to make them. What you doing with her? She perfect though.
Mm.
She gotta go. Look at her.
Yeah,
Up
exactly.
the
Yo,
silence. She gotta
hey,
go.
Exactly.
hey, hey, yo, I'm
Okay,
gonna be,
Exactly.
it's okay.
I'm gonna do
It's
them.
okay.
I'm gonna do a demo on me. You know, whatever they do. Like, it's all about the income. Because if she making enough income and I could, say, don't got to do it no more, then hell, I won't do it. But if I'm doing
What?
it and making lucrative, if I'm doing it and making income, she shouldn't have a problem with it. But I'm not just doing it because it fulfills me.
Corey.
No,
It's
no, no,
No,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no. You
no,
over there making
no.
a separate
It makes
scenario.
you more busy. It
No.
makes you more busy. You doing that makes you more busy. You ain't got time to date
Ain't
her
about the
right.
income. It's about you
Right.
taking enough
Fuck the
time.
income.
You taking enough
You
time
taking
doing
up
everything else
time.
but dealing with her. It
Right.
ain't
What
about
you
the money.
doing?
You putting all your attention
Yeah.
on something else and it's not on her. She gonna tell you, hey, your attention, you got too much attention on this. I need more of your attention on me. I need you to stop what you doing and put that attention on me. What you gonna do?
It depends on how
he
good
gonna
that
do what's gonna
pussy is.
hurt him. He
Hey,
gonna
it depends on how good that pussy is. That
I'm
good,
fine.
then I ain't gonna
Wow.
lie
At
to
least
you.
he kept it real. I fuck with C Smalls. He gonna keep it real at all
Oh,
times.
yes, yes, yes.
ultimately,
Absolutely.
ultimately, he
That
gonna
man
do.
said I'm gonna keep it real.
Ultimately, he gonna do what's gonna hurt him. And see, we accept sometimes we got to do what hurt us sometimes, and that's cut the
Fuck
motherfucker off.
that. I'm gonna keep it real, bro. We gonna
I'm
have to
just saying,
find a
no, that's what I'm
compromise.
saying.
But you're right
Hold
though.
on.
No, you're
I'm gonna
right.
be
You'll
real.
do
Listen,
sometimes
Hold
what
on.
hurt you.
it hurt
I'm
us
gonna
to
be.
do it, but we just gotta cut him off. We gotta cut
I'm
him
gonna be.
off.
You don't gotta cut them off, man. I'm telling you though, man. I work at a place where it's majority whites. I'm the only black, and they dealing with like when I first got there, one of the guys ain't had no girlfriend. He finally got a girlfriend. He met her on Bumble. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about that site. I'm on Tinder. But he met this girl on Bumble. You know, that's the white. I guess that's the white people shit. You know what I'm saying? So he met
Right.
the girl on Bumble, and he just come. At first, he was single. He was looking for a woman. He found this woman on Bumble now. They're in a relationship. They go down to Goose Creek down there in Washington. They have a good time. He be at work all high morale. I can see it in his eyes and sparkling. You know, these white motherfuckers. This is the style that I like, though. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like when they break up with their girls and then they drag it on to work and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But the power of the woman is really powerful. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want these women to think that, niggas is taking them for granted because we ain't, you know what I'm saying? But to see these white guys express their emotions live like this at work and be excited about the pictures they took, you know what I'm saying? It kind of made me jealous. I'd be like, what the fuck?
Bro, you
I
know what
can't even
made
do
me
this to my.
jealous?
I can't take my girl to the damn park and walk around and just have a good time and feel good about it. You know what I'm saying? And just bring them around to work. I can't even do it. I take a damn bitch to the damn park. Where the fuck we eating at next, nigga? What the fuck we doing next? You know what I'm saying? How much money I spending your ass? It's sad. This nigga ain't
Hey,
spending no
Corey,
cash and having
you
a
know what
great
made me
time and
jealous?
talking about it, reminiscing about it at work, and it made me jealous. And it made me look at this culture
You,
like, what the fuck?
you know
That's
what?
why
You
when I
know what
went to
made me jealous,
Arizona and met
y'all?
that look, that's why when I went to Arizona and met that woman, it just was a breath of fresh air. And I ain't even gonna front. And she was a non-black. And she made me feel appreciated. And she was right
I
on
was about to
point.
say,
I met her
you
right
know
on
what?
look, I met her right on Tinder, just like that. I said, yo, let's go out on a date. Sure. And I'm telling you, I planned it like I was in Arizona before I went. So I went up there, met her. We went to Mexican restaurant. Went to a dispensary out there in Arizona. Had a great time, just like that. Ain't no getting to know and none of that shit. It's straight to the point, and I love it.
Hey, you know
These
what made me
motherfuckers be
jealous?
on point. They
It's
ready
similar to
right
what you're
then and there.
saying.
They trained to go. Like it's no being misleading or none of that little crazy shit. Like it's just non-blacks just understand like we dating. This is dating site. We gonna do dating stuff. I meet a black on a dating site. Damn, I don't even know what to talk to her about. I don't know what to say to the motherfucker. I don't want to. I'm walking on eggshells. I'm used to meeting motherfuckers in person.
I am
Goddamn
weak.
Bro,
texting and shit all day. I'm like, shit, you want me to say something?
Yo, you
hey,
have become an honorary
I
panel
don't
member,
just
bro.
text. I don't just
bro,
Whenever
text.
you see the link, bro, you can always click, man. You welcome here to SPS, bro.
bro,
I respect it. What you got,
bro.
Bino?
What
Then we're
he's
gonna get
saying
the
so what
Mona.
he's saying is so real though, bro. Like I ain't on no dating sites, but what he's saying so real. I'm growing to a point in my bro. Listen, bro. I'm a real old dirt boy, bro. Like, bro, I'm going to a point in my life, bro, where I don't even know if I seen a black woman on the website, I wouldn't even know what to say with her, but I would know what to say to the non-black ones. It's insane. It's fucking insane,
Damn.
bro.
So
Because
time out. Now let's get this back to the PTDD. Do y'all think that black women have caused y'all trauma to affect how you see them in other races? Is that what I'm
no,
hearing?
to add on to what I was saying, that's what I'm saying. And for example, I work with a lot of white people too, like Corey was saying. Bro, I have seen too many times. I have seen too many times with these dudes' girlfriends and wives will, y'all know I travel. I have seen too many times these dudes and these dudes' girlfriends and wives will partner up with them and come on the road with them, bro, and get that money with them, bro.
Yep.
I cannot ask no fucking black woman to do that shit.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying? I can't, bro. I'm not trying to be too, but I have been in a situation where I have been in a relationship. Like, yo, dude, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. It's hot outside. Girl, you gonna make you 80,000 a year. You feel what I'm saying? Just by coming, you know what I'm saying? Man, these white dudes and these Mexicans, girlfriends and wives come on the road with their husbands and boyfriends, get that money
Yeah.
with
They
them, bro.
Oh
will.
yeah.
Yep.
Be jealous as hell about that shit, bro. Like,
I've seen that in
damn, bro.
California. Hell yeah. I've seen that. I've seen like big families do a whole yard work in California, and it's not just the fathers and the sons. You'll see the wives out there
Mm-hmm.
cutting the grass, trimming, hopping on the roof, throwing up equipment, going in. Yeah,
And that's
okay.
why the white men and the Mexicans so much more submissive to their wives and girlfriends, bro, because they put in the same amount
Ooh.
of work.
They be on it.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Ooh.
Did
Seen it.
I just say I'll come cut some grass? So y'all just
Yes.
ignore that.
Yeah, but Brittany, you a grown ass unicorn. Like, but we not talking about you and the 1%. We talking about the majority
But
of
I
black
will.
women that we, the black men on this panel, have experienced. Because none of you, as far as I know, have dated women on the regular. So the fellas that have dated black women can fully state that yes, we know for a fact that we have dealt with black women most of our lives. We primarily prefer black women, but when we deal with a woman that's outside that race, they seem to treat us better, think different, and it's like a more positive way. I said earlier in this pod that though I prefer black women, if I thought of a black woman that has treated me the best out of all the black women I've ever met in my life, I promise you, I can name multiple women outside my race that still did a better job than her without me asking for anything, without me saying
Mm-hmm.
nothing.
So
Like,
my
for
So
question.
example,
hmm, hey, I ain't even
My
flexing
bad,
on
y'all. I think we
nothing.
just lost CJ. My bad. I think we just lost him. I
Hold
don't
on,
know
while
what he was
he's
talking about
doing
right
that,
you
there.
know,
I just want to ask Bino
Yeah.
a question. The girl that you was trying to do, did she
like,
just say
like,
no only because it was a hot, was because she had kids or some other obligation?
Huh? Oh, you said what you say, Brittany? I didn't know you talking to me. What you say? You talking to me, Brittany?
like she was going out,
Okay.
or maybe it was me.
Is it possible for because I know you all say that women like other races are more submissive. Well, is it possible where the black man is not as submissive to the black woman
No,
because
we
they
ain't
look
say more
at the
Oh,
submissive.
black
let her
woman?
finish. Let her finish.
Let her finish because she about to get cooked.
Let her
Oh,
finish.
But
Go
she's
ahead.
no,
well,
she's no.
it's
Hold on,
okay
let her
because
finish. But I just
it's
gotta
okay.
You
I
gotta
can
let her
handle.
finish,
I
bro.
can
Let her
handle
finish,
your
Bino.
cook. I can
we
handle
didn't
your
say
cook.
that.
I can
We
handle
didn't
your
say that
cook.
though.
But however, what I'm saying is, in order for a relationship to work, both people need to be submissive to each other. So it can't just be, oh, you look for that woman to be submissive and be a woman that will just volunteer to do things. But however, that reciprocation have to be there as well. So as a black man, you also have to reciprocate the same energy. I believe that the energy that you put out is the energy that you're going to receive. And black women are also seen as strong women. So it's like automatically people look at black women as, oh, she's strong, she got it, she don't need no help, she should do this. But however, she is still a feminine woman.
Mona, only reason why I tried to cut you off and they wouldn't let me because you was basing off your topic off exactly what we just said. Like you actually just said what I just said. Like I said, submiss. I said that's why other men, other races of men, are more submissive to their women because the women reciprocates the same energy that the work that the man put in. So I see these white husbands and these Mexican husbands more submissive. The reason why
Absolutely.
black men ain't more. That's my whole point. What you said is what I agree with you. The reason why black men are not more submissive to women because y'all will not do what those women do for their husbands
Thank you.
and boyfriends. Like you basically said what I said.
Well,
No,
yes, it
Hold
definitely
on, hold on.
black women.
fuck
Ooh,
that. No, 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 no. Go ahead,
Black women
Mona.
will do that. However, if
I
you
ain't
are
seen
not
it yet. I've been doing
reciprocating
this
that
shit for
same
10 years.
Let her
energy,
Don't want
finish. Let her finish. Let her finish. Go ahead, Mona.
if you're not reciprocating that same energy, then eventually that black woman is not going to give you exactly that submission that you want.
I
This
don't.
give me an
is
example.
hold on, time out. I
Give me an
got you,
example.
Bino. Hold on, Bono. Give me, Bino. Give me like, let me clear the floor real quick. Mona, I'm gonna tell you what you just said is the equivalence, and this is why we have what we have. Shit.
Right
All
when
right,
the
y'all.
jam was.
My bad. My bad. The voice control came on. All right, so let me rethink my thoughts. So what I was gonna say, Mona, I'm gonna tell you what it is. The fact that you think that the submission is equal is the difference between black women and other races. Now, I think what other races have come to know to be true is that most women of other races will submit to the leadership of the man they're dealing with, black or otherwise. And I think that's the difference that maybe CJ was speaking to and Bina was talking about, meaning they know that before they even decide to submit to anyone, they've chosen that man. Because they've chosen them, they're going to ride or die. Now, I can say that's true for white women, Latino women, Mexican women. Once they've chosen you, that choice in their mind inherently means I'm going to follow whatever the fuck he's doing. I know that there are white women, Mexican women, Latino women, women of other races to where if they believe in you and they fuck with you, the submission comes with the choice. I think
No question.
with black women, even though I chose you, you still have to fight for that submission, which is I think the keen
Yes.
difference in how we receive them versus how we receive y'all to their point. Now, I'm always pro black. I think most of us are, but I think that black women can learn a very valuable lesson there is that it's the when before a woman of another race chooses a man, once she chooses him, that choice inherently means I will follow this man to the ends of the earth, good, bad, or indifferent. I think black women, because of how we were raised in our community, it's a condition to that, meaning I'm gonna choose you, but you still gotta earn that submission. And I think that that's what black women lose black men a lot of times because with a black man, again, people are going to choose the path of least resistance. So if I got a black woman that I still have to prove myself in order to lead her, and I got a white woman that's with the shits no matter what the fuck I say, most men, let's take black off the table. Most men are going to go with the path of least resistance. What do you think about that, Mona? And I'm going to get the fellas' perspective
Yeah,
whether I got that right.
honestly, I will agree with you. I do agree with you on that. However, when you say to follow that man for good, bad, or worse, no woman should follow a man if that man is not providing, if that man cannot hold up to his accountabilities, such as if he's supposed to be a provider, if he's supposed to make sure she is protected, if he is lacking in those main areas, if he's not following God and God's way, then he is lacking in that area. But however, you want that woman to continue to follow that man, knowing that he's not providing, he's not protecting, he's not having the order operation. That
I
woman
got you.
then need to separate herself and not give all herself to that man because she is going to be no good for the guy who is
I got you,
meant
Mona.
for her.
I got you. I think that the issue before we even get to that point of you discerning whether you should give him submission, I think that what normally happens is that with black women specifically, what happens is y'all move a little too fast than what y'all are willing than the pace. Like you're moving at the man's pace when that's not really your pace. And I think what happens is they haven't vetted the proper black man correctly to even know who he is and what's in and what's out of his range. So what normally happens is you get with him and it's like, yo, we done had sex or we done kind of locked ourselves in. Now is not the time to be selective with your submission. Most men think that we locked in is supposed to automatically come there. So I think that what normally happens is black women, even when they've chosen, there's still barriers to get the ultimate femininity. When I think that with most other cultures, femininity is not conditional to anything. They're feminine because they are. And I think to your point, with the hierarchy, God, man, woman, child, most other races, regardless as to how I think about you, if I fuck with you enough to have a conversation to give you a number, that automatically means to most other races, I will follow you. So when a black man, especially because we're the most fetishized man in terms of races and religions, regardless. So when a man of color meets a woman of any race other than black, what normally happens is they're always with the shits. I've dated Cubans, I've dated Puerto Ricans, I ain't really dated white women. I've done some wild shit with white women, but I've had dating them specifically. But most other races of women, they're normally looking at me like, bro, lead me. And that's kind of how they come into the situation. We attracted to each other. Lead me. What are we doing? And they with the shits no matter what I say. I could say, you know what? This is what we're going to do. Little white girl, little Latina girl. We about to run this scam on this old couple. We're going to knock door to door and we're going to get these motherfuckers to get into some bullshit. You know what they say? How do I hold a notepad? Black women? No, nigga. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that this is the nuances that will cause black men to divest because they realize that men, period, want to find women that are willing to follow their vision. And I think that black women have every right to have their standards high. I think that what black women miss the mark is that you've already chosen prior to these concessions and prior to these barriers. If you've already chosen me, now is not the time to be skeptical of me. Meaning,
But that's what I'm
we
saying.
calling, we
But that's
texting.
what I was
Go
saying
ahead,
earlier.
Corey.
But that's what I was saying earlier. When you see these black women with these white men, doesn't mean it changed so much. Like as a black man dating a white woman, I mean, as a black man dating a black woman, is different. But when the black man, when a white man and it's a black woman, you automatically see a change in behavior.
Well, my thing
Well,
is
hold,
that
Mm.
hold,
white
have
man,
no
hold, hold.
sympathy for the black woman.
that white man gave that woman space to be submissive.
Hold on. Can I talk now? Can I talk now? Let me talk.
Go ahead. Go ahead. My
Please,
bad. My
CJ,
Hold
bad.
please.
on. Let
Go
me
ahead,
talk. Let me
CJ.
talk.
I tried to keep it PC. Go ahead, CJ. Go
Like,
on, bro.
hey, look, hold on. Mona, you killing me.
It's
When a
okay.
black
I'm here to
man,
settle down and get tonight.
hold on. When a black man meets a black woman, it is 9 out of 10 aggression. Whether you do it or not, Mona, that's you. But us as black men, we'll tell you we're all pro-black. We've dated enough black women to know our God there was a level of aggression in the beginning at some point, and it still is even after the fact. When us black men just so much as casually conversate with a woman outside our race, it is more peaceful. There's no aggression unless she's raised in a black neighborhood like those typical white girls with a bunch of tattoos raised in the hood. Like it's just peace. It's chill. They're not even trying to be angry with you for nothing because in a lot of cases, a lot of these black women that approach us or we approach them, they come in anger off the rip. They don't even know my last name. I ain't gave them no status or nothing. They don't know what I do. I could 6 figure nigga got a house, got a car, got this, got that, and the third. They don't know nothing yet. I'm low key what they want, but they already came with aggression. Now if I meet Lisa or I meet some girl named Sarah or I meet a Latino girl Esmeralda, guess what? A casual conversation with them, or I approach them, they nice, they chill, they friendly, they want to get to know me. I ain't even told them what I do. I ain't told them what my job is. They just want to have a conversation. Hey, let's go get something. Oh yeah, let's go. It's calm. That's what I'm getting. Hold on. You talked about the man's got to give off this energy. If the man gives, let's say I give off this positive chill energy, but the response is aggression.
Why? But if I give up that same exact energy that I gave to you, to the black woman, and I gave it to Esmeralda, that I gave to Lisa, guess what? She is responding the same exact way because what reason she had to be aggressive? That's what we getting at. We're getting at that when even Bino has said in past pods that other races talk about how black women, and I think he was on that pod, that black women are viewed to these other racial dudes to be aggressive.
And you know what?
And
And
that's
you're this.
unfortunate because
Hold on, CJ.
hold on.
And
Okay,
you're
go
I
ahead.
let
Finish
all
up.
y'all talk. I let all y'all say everything I had
Yeah,
to say
wrap it
about
up, CJ. Then
period.
we're gonna let Mona get in. Go ahead.
So,
Talk your shit,
no,
brother. Part
so
self.
Crazy, bro.
huh?
I'm trying to make it fair.
Hey,
No. Get your
even
shit
hey,
off. Finish, CJ.
y'all
Then we're gonna
can
let Mona talk.
y'all cannot if y'all can't sit and tell us that we want a man that's submissive, but he's got to do something to be submissive. It ain't about being submissive. We can't even get to that point of trying to prove to you that we can do what we got to do for you to be submissive. When you already come at us with aggression, it becomes it shuts down motivation. A man needs to be motivated by his woman, but I can't be motivated by a woman that's already just discerning me or knocking me down before I can even show you what I can do. While with these other women, like Jay said, these women are literally get told by a man that they don't even know that much. Hey, this is my plan. This is what I want to do. Oh, you want to follow? She'd be like, yes, give me the iPad. What we gonna do? I have seen Mexican women literally hop on a freaking roof and help out their man. They ain't married. They probably ain't even got kids together. But guess what? She's willing to follow that man's dreams. I'd be damned if I see a black woman go out there in the field or go out and do something with a black man. So,
Okay.
so that's
Okay.
why what we're saying is we have experienced what we have experienced and have seen that women outside our race, without us putting all these extra work to get there, they're not putting the balls in the way. They're just simply saying, "Here I am. What we doing?" While you black women literally say, "I'm here, but I got an obstacle course and an Olympic run I need you to do. If you want to get me to do anything." And then when we finally do all that work, shit, what the hell you give us in return? Nowhere near as much as Lisa and Esmeralda. Y'all, no, stop.
Oh shit.
Point
Okay.
blank.
so,
Time
what?
out. Everybody clear out. Everybody clear out for a second. I'm gonna let Bino go.
So
Mona, you have.
first,
It's your floor.
it's
Respond.
my floor.
Yep.
First,
Do your
I want
thing.
to acknowledge CJ. You are absolutely correct. However, what is the difference between the Latino woman, the Caucasian woman, and the African woman is their environment. So as you can see, most black women are raised in homes that are lacking fathers or have fathers who are not father figures, right? A lot of our black race are growing up in single family homes, and Latino and Caucasian, they really believe in sticking together. So however that woman see that influence of her mother, see that influence of her father. Unfortunately, a lot of black women doesn't have that opportunity to see that. Okay, then they have to actually learn how to be a submissive woman through other avenues, through other people who they may look up to outside of their homes. If that woman is open minded to do so. So when it comes to an aggressive black women, and as you all see, black women are aggressive. Well, therefore, it's because of their environment. Now, if you're looking for a black queen, then therefore you may have to evaluate her environment, how she was raised, moral standards, things of that nature. Because Caucasian and Latino have those things already there, and most of the time will have those submissive qualities that a man is looking for.
Okay.
I love
Anything
how
else you want
y'all.
to add? Hold on. Let's make sure she finished before
Oh,
we
I'm
turn
done.
up. You good?
Thank you. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let's get back to it. Bino, what you
Oh,
got, brother?
yeah, I'm about to say, cause I love how y'all intelligent, and I love y'all gonna articulate yourself for 20, 30 minutes straight. But listen, it's real simple. It's real simple. I'm intelligent and articulate too. It's real simple. Black women like to bark orders from the couch. Period. They like to bark orders from the fucking couch. Y'all gonna always show y'all intelligence, and I love it. I'm telling you the truth, but I ain't gonna be intelligent. I'm gonna be exactly the truth.
Hold on now, Bino. I
Black,
am on my couch now.
yeah,
I see that's about to say, hey, she on the couch. I ain't want
I
to
you,
am on
stand
my
here. I was like,
couch.
I
you,
think she on the
and
couch, Vito.
Let
and
me
listen.
stand up for a second.
This is the difference, because y'all kill me with this articulate breakdown shit. It's very simple. Black women like to bark orders from the couch. period.
I'm
A
weak.
woman that tell me to go cut an acre worth of grass and won't even go get the damn gas. A fucking Latino woman, a motherfucking white woman, an African woman, because it's not about being black, it's about being black American. An African woman, I'll go get the gas and say, babe, whenever you cut the grass, I already got the gas and put it in there for you. Okay, then guess what? She did that. Now I'm a rush to go cut the grass because she's
Okay.
already met me. She already done met me halfway. A black woman gonna put her feet on that couch and drink her sweet goddamn tea and tell me to do everything in the goddamn world and won't even
But you
come up
know
off that
what?
goddamn couch. And not even
Hold
that,
on, my phone
CJ.
about to die. I need to find my charger. 'Cause this is
Not
good.
only that, CJ. After
So
she do
where's
that,
my
after
charger?
I done did all that, after she done bark orders, like CJ said, she's gonna be very much aggressive. She's gonna talk right like don't make me say the B word, but
But
girl, if you don't
however,
go on out your, you feel me? And that's the difference of why a black man is more submissive to even other races of women.
but and
Like
that
so,
is when you have to go back to the environment. So
Yeah, I was
based
about to say,
on you
Peter, you
bringing
are
it
kind of
back
supporting her
clean,
statement by talking about environment.
no, I'm not because like I said,
environment has
I
a
live in
big
America.
influence on
I live in
on
America.
everyone.
I live in America. I never been to them other countries.
Yeah, but
These other races.
you did name an
Hello?
African woman. That's a different environment.
I didn't say in
I'm talking about
Africa. I
communities.
didn't say in
So I'm
Africa.
speaking
You're
of
not
you
going to
if
do that
that
to
Talk
black
me.
about
woman
No,
was
one
in
at
an
a time, one
urban
at a time, one at a time, one at a time, one
I
at a
said
time.
other races. I didn't say in other countries. These
I
women are
didn't say
right here
countries, I
living.
said environment. So I'm speaking
Okay,
of
and
is that
these
rural
Mexican
or is
women,
that urban? Is that inner city? Is
it's
that so
all
I'm
of it,
talking about
Mona.
that.
Nah, I'm not gonna let you try to break it down and separate it. It's all of it.
Well, we
It's
have
all of
to,
it.
honey.
It's nothing about environment. It's about their mentality. It has nothing to do with environment. All these Mexican women don't have dads. All these white women don't have dads. Come on, we're not about to break. Hey, listen, bro. Listen. We're not keep playing on me, bro. Cause I know you about to make me turn up on your ass. For real. Hey,
What you got, Mona? What's
all
your
these people.
retort? Okay, let's
Y'all go
frame it.
ahead.
Let's frame it correctly. Let's frame it correctly. So
Oh
what
my god.
Bino was saying is,
Get away from the
regardless, I got you,
for real.
Bino. So
Man, I gotta go.
what Bino was saying is that regardless as to the family foundation, that other races of women have a natural temperament that black women don't have. What will be your retort to that argument, Mona?
And once again, and what I stand firm on is the environmental factors. Matter of fact, DJ Strata, we can pull some data into this.
Okay. Okay.
So, facts. I'm a factual person. Facts over
Mm-hmm.
just what we assumptions.
Mm-hmm.
But environmental factors have a big influence on the black woman, on her personality, and therefore, as I said, and
I
therefore, as
like
I
that Dino.
say, it depends on if that woman is in inner city, if she's rural, is she, um, how just her environment, because her community have a big influence on their personality, and
Oh
that is
my
proven in
God.
facts for children. Even in children, based on their environment, is going to influence who they are in their personality.
Okay.
Hold on. One minute.
DJ Strata looking for the.
Is Mona from Bertie?
I know I can see it in your eyes.
Yeah, she from
Is
Bertie.
Mona's from
Yeah.
Bertie, right?
I am from
Yeah.
Windsor, North Carolina. I'm
Was
from
Absolutely.
okay?
that.
So you sitting there talking about environment and talking about children based off their mind. These three black brothers you see on this screen are all from the dirt. We is all from Bertie. And you
Right.
see how we carry ourselves, how we act, how we articulate and whatnot. At the end of the day, bro, it's not it's we didn't decide to stay these hood aggressive dudes that are stereotypically shown on TV. We ultimately we taught ourselves how to evolve and better ourselves. So these women that are choosing to be aggressive and all this other shit, guess what they need to do? They need to evolve and better themselves. And they're not doing
Absolutely.
that. Most of them, I'm using that word strongly in all caps. I could write it down. Most of them are not. Now, Mona, you have. I'm pretty sure at some point you was probably more aggressive and you probably quickly snapped that out of place and got yourself together. But guess what? Most of these women in the black community are not. And that is a big issue.
Absolutely. I agree.
That is a big issue.
Absolutely. Therefore, if you know it's an opportunity where you can grow as an individual, but first that's what people have to really do self and have to really look into themselves and like, you know what? If this person continue to say this about me, right? My attitude stinks and all this, and like in every relationship, or whatever, or their friends, then that person needs to do evaluation and try to correct their action. But however, that is really up to that individual to do so, and that take a grown man or and a grown woman to do that stuff. That self reflection.
Okay.
Many grown
Okay.
women ain't gonna do. They're gonna hit 35, 40, 45, and still be the same. As long as nobody's gonna do nothing about it, they're gonna stay the same. They were raised to be coddled and to be told that most of the shit that they do is not a bad thing. So that's why they grow up and stay the same. Unfortunately.
All right. Let's get the Brittany. She just popped back up. Brittany, what you think about the conversation that's going on so far?
In the same way too. She follows stereotypes.
Shut the hell up, and I don't even know what y'all talking about.
I mean,
All I
double right
heard,
there. Look what she doing. Gonna come into the pod. Come on, shut the hell up. Aggressive, aggressive,
cause you were
point
coming at
proven.
me. What was said there? I'm sorry.
A
we're
lot.
talking about we're talking about how black men may have an affinity for other races because the women seem to be a little bit more supportive. I think is a better word when it comes to dating, meaning a black man can have a vision and most races of other women seem to be more supportive to the cause of the black man versus a black woman to where she can get with a man and still have reservations in terms of following them. What do you think about that?
Um, I kind of got mixed feelings about that because I see so much of it, especially with this NFL draft, and all I see is these snow bunnies and everybody standing beside these young black men. It does kind of make me feel some type of way, but um, ultimately, I feel like sometimes they might be looking in a different perspective, but still a come up for their ass. You know what I'm saying? So they still will. Yes, sir. We can do this. We can like they're gonna have a long way, but it's still a way for them to come up as well. Whereas some black women don't see it that way. They want you to already have your shit together. But my thing is, if your shit ain't together, then you can't really demand somebody else to already have theirs together either. When
Hmm.
you ain't already, you know what I'm saying, in a space where you can provide something for him because ultimately, I do not believe the punani should be the only sole fact that you say you are the table or whatever the case may be.
Okay. Okay. I can see that perspective. So you're saying that there's other factors that kind of deal with how they deal with each other. So you're saying that there's other factors that can determine whether or not black women, like you're saying that they have a reason for being reserved.
They don't
Yes.
love us, bro. That's all it is, bro. They don't love us,
Yeah.
bro.
Just shut up. We do love y'all, but I'm just saying that yes, sometimes the other rays have a ulterior motive, just versus like you try to say black women are, they might be a little more vocal with theirs, but you ain't gonna try to tell me them snow bunnies ain't up there because they know they gonna get rich and have them a little cute interracial baby, and if his shit don't work out, they still gonna get millions at the end. You ain't gonna try to tell me they ain't thinking the same damn way that some, not all
Or
black
life
females
policy.
might be thinking. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
Even
like
even
the argument. I don't like the scenario that she's using in her argument because he's really talking about 1% of the black community, not even 1% to be honest with you, of
I
basketball
mean,
players. Because at the end of the day, majority of the basketball players in the black community, because I know you don't watch NBA like that, most of them are not dating white women, and the ones that are usually the younger groups. And most of the time, in most cases, the younger dudes date the white women, and eventually what? Either get fucked over, get kicked out, or they eventually leave a white woman and eventually get a black woman. If you watch NBA for as long as we, the niggas, have been doing, it happens all the fucking time. They start out with the white woman and get fucked over and get kicked out, or they start with the white woman and they leave her and get a black woman. That shit does not stay that way. What we're
and
talking
another
about is real life women in our community, not these zealous women that's on TV, and how most of these black women end up being aggressive. I'm still gonna use that word so fucking strongly. Most of them are so aggressive from the very start before they even know your last fucking name. While Lily, Esmeralda, Lisa, and all these other chicks that are outside our race will do the total opposite. The total opposite.
and to give Brittany clarity on what she be seeing, what she is seeing is like you said. First of all, it's less than 1%, like you saying. Second of
Yeah.
all, what she's saying is you're seeing these black guys that's going to these big white schools. So that's all nothing but white. They not just picking white women out the blue. These white women have been with them through their college career and everything because ain't nothing but white women on that campus. But if you talk about a black dude who has a mixture of mix, he ain't just picking the white women. If you talk about a man, a black athlete that went to a black school, he's with a black girl. What you're seeing is somebody that went to motherfucking the University of Texas, University of Colorado.
So
It
you
ain't
trying to
nothing but
tell me
nothing.
he was the only minority out there? You trying to tell me ain't one no minority women out there either?
Mm.
No, what I'm saying is what you're seeing when you talk about the athletes, which like CJ says less than 1%. You're seeing somebody, you're seeing a guy that went to a white school.
He
You know
went
what I'm
to
saying? So
Utah
yeah, he
where
went
the
to a white
population is
school.
small, and if there was a black woman out there, she probably was dating a white man too.
Right, right. That's what you're
Hmm.
seeing for real, for real.
Her
We
scenario
good?
that she picked was not a good argument. Try again.
Hold on. Give Brittany a chance to retort. Then we're gonna move to the.
I mean, like I said, I mean, yeah, I'm talking about that what I see on TV, but I know some successful black men around Greenville, and guess what? They got a snow bunny arm, and they ain't one of us. I know that.
Them snow bunnies in Greenwood thick though. Them motherfuckers thick,
And
boy.
they are ECU
I
girls.
look, I ain't gonna lie either. Some of them do be looking. I said, damn. Like, what in the
They
world?
be having that. They be
Hey,
having that
I didn't want
thing.
to say nothing. He said
They
Greenville.
be
I was
having that
like,
wagon.
hey,
She
hey,
got a
them girls,
point when it comes to Greenville, but they
them
thick.
girls,
They
you
different
know,
in Greenville.
Mm.
hey,
All
they
right.
got like that for a reason.
All right. Are you all right? I got a question for y'all, and we're gonna get a solution after this. Are your exes similar or drastically different? Are your
Drastically
Similar as
different.
well.
exes, and why, and what are the changes?
What do you mean similar? What? Like, are they?
And their temperament and the way they move with you, how the relationship was, are they similar or are they different as hell?
Are you saying like how they are today? Are they still the same as they were today as what they were when we were in a relationship?
When they were with you, that's the measuring stick. When they were with you in a relationship, are your exes similar or drastically different?
I would say the only one that became drastically different is the one with the two kids. As far as the
And
rest of them, they blended the same. I didn't even
okay,
count the one from high school because I mean we was in high school, everybody gonna came from there. But the one since then, like I don't count Sneak, she pretty much the same. But the one that had the two kids, he definitely had a drastically changed her personality. Like I talk to her every blue moon, but it's definitely obviously she definitely tried to mature herself and then um the mother of my child, she ain't changed. She pretty much the same person. So I would say, yeah, some stayed the same as some, but the only one that really changed drastically was definitely the one with two kids. But it was
okay,
highly necessary.
gotcha. Let's go with Mona. Are your exes similar or drastically different? And if so, if they were different, what changed?
Um, I would say that there were hidden characteristics. There was hidden traits that were, yeah, it was hidden. That
Women always say that shit, bro. Go ahead, Mona.
No, let it finish.
yeah, yeah, I know. I should keep it direct, but no. So is that person the same? Yeah, absolutely. They are the same. It's just that they had this tendency to hide some of their characteristics at first, and then came out at a later time. But they always show. The thing is, people were going to show you who they are really upfront. It's up to you to really discern. Can you figure out? Hey, you know what? I picked that up. Are they trying to like hide it a little bit just so they can get you? So people are going to show you up front who they are, and it's up to you to really discern the difference.
Okay. Let's go
CJ,
with
I love that shit, CJ. But I'm gonna let Strata go what he gonna go with. But hopefully I can keep my thought. But I love
yeah,
these
you
women, boy.
good.
I swear,
You
I love
good.
these
You
women.
good.
I
Let's
swear, I
go with
love.
let's go with Corey, Brittany, and then you, Bino. Hey Corey, you still there, brother?
Mind you, soft up.
Yeah. Like they was chilling. Corey, one more time. Going once. Going twice. All right, Brittany, what you got?
I'm gonna say they were similar.
Hmm, okay.
So you agree with like Mona? You on more on the Mona curve, hidden characteristics and shit.
No, I just wanted him to be who I wanted him to be, but he wasn't. So
Uh,
yeah.
All right, Bino, what you got?
Get him, Bino.
drastically different, man. But listen, man, I'm sorry, bro, because when we get to asking these questions, they get the guiding off, and I got to double back on what they say. The women always say, I didn't know he hid this at first, he hid this at first. So if you done dated 5 different men and they had all the same character, how the hell you ain't see it? It's my question.
You know why? I'm gonna tell you. Let me answer that. Because we get so tuned up, we get so into the happy, feeling of, oh, they, going on dates and all the lovely materialistic and hearing what you want to hear at that time. So that is why I say it's so important to have that discernment, because people will show who they are, and it's so important to not move so quickly when it comes to dating a person, getting to know a person, right? Like, oh, you getting to know a person for 2 weeks, and then, oh, third week you are in what, in a relationship, and then you miserable. So the main thing is to take your time in these relationships, getting to know people, rather than just jumping into something that you not even knowing nothing about.
Right. And what y'all also do, y'all judge a man based on your essence on the wrong things. Oh, he smiled the same.
Right.
Oh, a lot of people like him like they like my ex. He must be like my ex. Like that's the totally wrong. Like you feel what I'm saying? Like what the fuck? I can't smile because the last dude that smiled did something to you, and when I smile, it reminds and when I smile and brighten up a room. Oh, now I ain't shit too. Oh, he gets attention. Okay, but what the fuck? I ain't engaging in the attention where I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all judge the next man wrong the wrong way, bro. Like you feel what I'm saying? Like a man could say 100 million things to you that's different than the last man, right? And y'all go
Oh,
for it.
that's
So y'all
funny.
say that's
That's
hidden
funny.
characteristics because they said because he said this, he was saying this, he was saying that. But bro, what about how he treats you? How is he treating? Is he treating you the same? Is he a go getter? Is he lazy? Like that's the shit. Y'all, he lazy like
So
the
I got a
last dude.
question, Bino. Do you think that women judge change differently than men do based on the question at the bottom of the screen?
Do women judge change as? Give me some more. What you mean change?
Meaning, based on what you were saying before, you think that men and women have a different barometer as to what they think is different, correct?
Okay, let me ask a question to answer your question. I'm gonna
Okay.
ask a question first. Answer. We got 2 women that said they dated men that was similar. Was your women similar or different?
Drastically different.
CJ, drastically
I feel
different. Me,
different.
drastically different. You know what I'm saying? So absolutely, that's why I'm saying to Mona and Brittany, y'all looking at the wrong characteristics when y'all judge a man.
You know
You know,
what?
you ain't see my
I
phone.
I may have misunderstood the question, because in my mind, when you ask that question, I'm just referring to the my last ex. I'm not doing comparison across the board.
I feel you. Yeah. And so the question was, are your exes similar or drastically different?
Oh no, they all different.
Okay. Brittany,
I mean, that I'm not trying. That sound like a lot of men too, but yeah, they're different.
And look, I was about to say I ain't really got no
My
exes, so
bad.
I really can't even answer that damn question. So
I
yeah,
only got 3 exes. I only got 3 exes myself. I only got 3 exes. Only been in 3 relationships in 36 years.
all right. So technically, the rest of this stuff that y'all talking about, I've been dating. I mean, I ain't been in a real relationship since my ex husband, so I really can't speak on exes and shit.
so I guess the reason why I asked that question, and this is the reason why that question is on the screen, do you think that if your exes are the same or drastically different, do you think that that is a reflection of you or the people you pick?
The people you pick is a reflection of you.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that one. That's pretty good. Yeah. Now,
Let's get
I
an
would say,
answer.
it definitely had a lot to do with me. Uh, shit, I felt like Sneak didn't really change. I mean, hell, he really was only rocking for like a year and some change before she had to go. Really, it really was just a year. But to me, she outside of her just getting to know me being like her first like black guy. I feel like that was. I guess you could add in the fact that she. I think I was the first guy she actually approached. She never approached a guy before, so that's something that she did outside her own comfort zone. But
So she told
yeah, like when she first met me, we was in Planet Fitness. She approached me, and my first statement was how she did it was I didn't like it. So I told her, I said, "Yo, go back and do that shit again." I literally said that, and she went back and did it again. She walked away and came back and tried again, and that's how we got cool, and been cool ever since. But she, to me, she was already a good person. I didn't feel like nothing changed, but she just put a post saying something about she dressed better, which bro, she used to dress like one of the homies. A hoodie and some sweatpants. She was happy. Some slides. Like, she was good. She dressed like a nigga half the time, but she was cool. I had to make her dress like a girl sometimes. But when it comes to, like, the one with the two kids, oh, drastic change. That whole obsession thing, she told me, like, after a while of us not being together more, that, she's putting that shit the fuck down. She still don't smoke, which that's got to be one of the biggest changes that she made from dating me. So I would say I made a big impact on her life personally, just off of stuff like that.
So my question is to the guys.
Uh-oh.
Yes. So the question is, from your last relationship, did that relationship make you a better person today? What have changed about you? What have you learned from your last relationship that you now do currently in your life? So it don't have to be because you're in a relationship. It's just as an individual.
No offense to Sneak if she's still up here watching us. Nothing. I She was already cool. It was nothing really negative I can say about her at all outside of her needing to dress more like a girl sometimes. But I if you're going off the little last relationship, I didn't gain or lose nothing out of it. I dated outside my race. Um but she was solid. I can't really say nothing out of that. I didn't really
I'll
I didn't learn nothing out of that.
I'll say this. I think that what I changed or what I realized. Restate the question. Make sure I want to make sure I'm answering it based on how you asked it. Ask it one more. Ask it one more time.
Yes. So from your previous relationship, what have you learned? What have you taken away from that relationship that have caused you to do a different change that you implement now in a relationship, or just as an individual,
Yes.
just in
Got you.
overall life?
I think that what I learned from the relationship with my ex-wife that I currently have changed in my current relationship is I think that if I'm being real, I was a little too young to be married. I
Mhm.
was still trying to figure out who I was. I think I was a good enough man. I was a faithful enough man. Monogamy, all that was cool, but I didn't have the vision that I have now. I didn't have the purpose. I was still trying to figure out who the fuck I was. So I think that what maybe helps my current relationship thrive a little more is that I have better direction than I had before. I think I was still trying to figure out who the fuck I was, what the hell I was trying to do, and we were attractive people at the time. It seemed to work with my ex-wife, but again, I think that a lot of her frustration and my frustration with her was because I didn't have a vision forward for both of us to follow. I don't know if that's necessarily her fault or my fault. I think that again, I maintain well, but I think that the difference is me being a lot more steadfast on my purpose.
Good.
It want
We
to articulate shit, all fucking art things shit.
Yeah, y'all know me. Y'all know me. I love y'all articulation, but y'all know me. I can articulate now. I can do it, but I ain't doing that shit. I ain't doing that shit for this shit. That
Oh,
shit real
that's
fucking.
what I'm talking about.
This shit
Motherfucker,
real.
stay over here want to talk all poetic justice
give
and
us the
shit.
real ish. Give us the real ish.
What you say? I
Oh
didn't even read
God.
that. You said
No,
what?
that shit was real as fuck. I'm telling you what happened. She said she's not even finna Bendo, Bino. No, that's some real shit. Like I'm gonna tell you,
Now
bro.
she was
I was with
talking
my
about
ex, and
women.
I
She
swear to
was talking
God,
about
like
DJ.
we were together, we were cool, but it was kind of like I know she was looking at me like, nigga, now what? And I'm like, shit, I'm still trying to figure the fuck out. Like, give me some time. But like
Nah,
now, it's like,
nah,
yo, I know
nah,
where I'm
nah.
going.
No, Jay,
What
don't try to be with the boys now. No, Pino, go and speak that shit because now he want to try to be with the boys. He was
I'm
all
just keeping it
poetic
real. That's
justice and
what that's
shit.
what it was, bro. I didn't know how to lead her.
my
I
last
didn't have my vision
relationship.
right.
That nigga was talking like he
That's
was speaking to a whole fucking motivational group or something right there. Like,
Nah, that
all
shit
through
is
to the mic
real,
and
bro.
shit. Making
Hey
eye
man, I'm a,
contact.
I'm a word wizard, bro. I'm a word
I didn't
wizard. You
know
know
how
that.
to,
hey, listen.
use
My
her.
last relationship. what I
Big,
have learned is this.
big
What
voice
I have
ass
learned is
nigga.
this.
Bino, what you
It,
I
learn?
learned
Hold
that
on, Bino.
women
Bino, what you learn?
I have learned this. Women will forever choose to be complicated. They will forever choose to be complicated. And what I have learned is to not try to match them being complicated. I have learned to keep it real simple as we keep it. And when they're tired of fucking being complicated, I will be there for the simple shit. I will stay right there. Matching their complications, try to cater to every complicated thought y'all have, don't turn out well. Just keep it simple. Let them be complicated or however they want to be complicated. Keep it chill and simple. And when they finally decide, listen, being complicated ain't working, and come back to being simple, I'll be there. That's what I have learned from my last relationship. Don't try to match them their complicity, whatever the word is. Don't try to match their shit. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I have learned. It's real simple,
All right.
real fucking simple, and that's what Stratton
KISS.
is
Keep it
saying,
simple.
and
Yeah.
that's what Stratton was saying in a much articulate, master-of-the-game
No,
way.
no, it wasn't even that, bro. It wasn't even about keeping it complicated. I had to know where the fuck I was going to lead us anywhere. I
Yeah,
was
because
still
she was
just
complicated as
existing.
fuck. If she would have kept it simple and realized that you
No,
was
you're right.
young and still trying to figure, thank you. Okay, that's all I want to
You're
hear.
right.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I know you're right.
Love Vito, get his ass.
No, you're right.
You know,
No, you're right.
we
You're
all
right.
in different phases. Like, we are not going to be the same individual as we were in our teens or in your 20s. Like, I really believe in throughout your 20s, 30, 40, 50, it changes all the
that's
time. It's just all
that's a
about
fact.
having a partner who is willing to go through those changes with you, right? And help you to identify or help you work through it, honestly, or just be there as a support, regardless of regardless of what the hell may look like. I don't even sound like cussing. But anyway, so yeah. So honestly, it's just all about finding an individual who is willing to go through all those stages with you.
Okay. I like it. Who else we got? Matter of fact, it is we at 350 and CJ's gonna
You
hate
know I'm
the
in my
editing
feelings.
of
You
this
know I'm in my
video.
feelings.
I already know, bro. But this was a good show, man. I love it. Let's go straight to the solutions. Let's get straight to the solutions so we can wrap this up, make it easy on our editing squad, and we get these clips out to y'all. So, what are solutions to post-traumatic dating disorder? Let's get to it.
I'm gonna go ahead and go because I'm gonna end after I say mine. I gotta go handle some business. But the solution is don't date until you are not traumatized anymore. Like that's the only solution I see is don't date.
Bullshit.
Okay, tell me why.
Cause most motherfuckers don't even know when they're over their trauma. Most people live in it and stay in their trauma. What would be advice for people that stay in their trauma?
Right, it's crazy how you my alter ego side, you my man's and them. Because I was going to get into that. And if you don't know that you're living in your trauma, date. Remember your trauma. Remember it. Remember
Mm-hmm.
what your triggers. Remember your traumas. Try a date out. And if something happens like Mona said, which she won't really understand the question, but it still goes back to what she said. If you judging this man because he smiled a certain way, if you judging this man because he waves or say polite to people and that triggers you, that means you are still traumatized. You feel what I'm saying? So recognize your trauma. Hey, listen, bro. Listen, this dude really want to get beat up, y'all. This nigga really want to get beat the fuck up. This nigga
Drive
really want to get beat
away.
up.
Drive away.
But at the end of the day, remember your traumas before you try to date. So that way, when you date and the trigger sets off, you can say, "Damn, I'm still traumatized." Let me let them know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still a little fucked up in the head. You feel what I'm saying? That's like the best solution I got for right now because I'm being distracted. But I
Okay.
holler at y'all and I love y'all. Feel me? Check it out. SPS podcast
All love, Bino. Be safe, brody.
already.
What we got, Miss Mona? What we got? What are solutions to post traumatic dating disorder?
Read my shirt.
I'm
I'm
not for
not for
everybody.
everyone.
I
That,
like that.
that's simple.
I like that. I like that. I like it a lot. Hey, ain't got no pushback here. CJ, what you got for us, brother?
Um, see, time to bounce off with Bino shit, 'cause that's damn sure what I did. Say what? I learned to not judge a book by its cover and believe what Chris say the first time. You goddamn right.
Shout out to Sneak.
Yeah, fuck. If I say it, fuck, what we doing? Like, I ain't getting to that. But yeah. just like when I took time out, I took like I was going. I told myself a guaranteed 2 years. I was down not gonna date nobody. I was gonna be a whole slut out here after I broke up with my daughter's mom, and then I ended up doing an extra year because even while I was doing that, I felt it. I could acknowledge it. I could see it. You know, my dad taught me about review, rewind, reset. Like he taught me those things. So it wasn't until damn near hitting the third year that I finally like knew how to like, hey, all right, don't let that shit affect you. Don't let it shit focus you no more. So you really do got to take time. You got to acknowledge it first. Acknowledge what really got you triggered, got you messed up, the trauma that you went through, and you got to learn methods to really get over that to the point where you can acknowledge what triggers it and does it still trigger you. If it no longer triggers you, but you know, hey, they used to fuck with me, and now it doesn't. You're good. If it's still fucking with you, stay single. Stay single till you get it right. Otherwise, you're gonna bring that trauma to the next relationship, and you're gonna fuck up that next relationship. Then you're gonna be back to
Fact.
being single. You're gonna waste more days, weeks, months, years out of your life because you was trying to make something work. Ain't no need to keep wasting time like that. That shit adds up. For you know, you 40 some years old, single with cats and dogs in your house.
Brittany, you still there with us? You still with us? You still rocking with
Yeah,
us?
yeah, I'm still here. I mean, pretty much everybody hit on the head. So and they kind of took what I was gonna say, but mainly pretty much like accountability. You need to hold
Like
yourself accountable in these relationships or dating, whatever you're doing. Just can't blame them. Oh, he's the reason this, but you allowed it. So and then when you see things that are not going to work, go ahead and leave because, like CJ said, next thing you know, you're out here 45 with cats and dogs and like, damn, I wasted so many years with this one person. Just go ahead, stop being comfortable with that trauma bond,
Yeah, yeah.
and move the hell on and find you somebody who actually is going to appreciate you. That goes for men and women.
it a lot. Appreciate it, Brittany. Corey, are you with us? Yes or no? We'll see if you come off mute. Probably not. I think that he's still trying to figure out how to work the platform we on. So I'm gonna get my solution. We're gonna close it out. I think that the solution to post traumatic dating disorder is simple. Understand that you're not supposed to get it perfect. You only have to get it right once. It's okay to have standards. It's okay to adjust them. It's okay to recognize what triggered you in the last relationship. But I think the most important part is that you learn from it and that you build from it. I think that the idea of dating in itself is literally experimental. You have to figure out what the intention is with the person you're with before you can make a conscious decision to take it even further. So I think that you use dating as a way to identify triggers. It's a way to help you with discernment. But after you've made that decision, the idea is to commit to something that you actually can fuck with. After y'all rock together, y'all take it further. That's it. You all have been tapped into the SPS podcast. Again, round of applause on my panelists, man. Y'all held it down this evening. We appreciate you all so much, man. Make sure y'all tap in weekly. We definitely gonna keep bringing y'all statistics, problems, and solutions. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. And again, appreciate you, panelists. Y'all have a good evening. We'll holler at y'all later. Peace.